interesting tournament so far. Again, we do apologize that you guys haven't been able to be a part of all of it, but a lot better communication, definitely. That's one thing that we've noticed that's been like consistent throughout the entire thing, whether it's like blaringly loud communication. I mean, it's still communication. It's better than at least letting your team know what's going on.
Debatable.
Just being completely silent. I mean, whatever.
If they can understand each other, then that's perfectly fine. But incoherent screaming is not going to help any team out. I'm going to be dead honest with you. So trying to communicate if you can't actually understand the other teammates is not going to be useful.
Sure.
All you're doing is basically drowning out shots to where you can actually hear the other players.
And with how much this arena echoes, just because we have like metal ceilings, all that stuff, it definitely starts to get lost in translation if you're not speaking clearly, if you're just literally straight up screaming. So definitely something the teams are going to want to work on, but at that point they have to do that by themselves. But yeah, a lot of great competition coming out today. A lot of players, they came out to play. It's definitely a bit of a drive for some of these guys. I mean, like I said, one team came from Cali. I'm not even sure if they flew in or if they just drove down. Or
more than likely drove.
Probably just drove.
Probably like last time.
That would have been a pretty expensive flight plan because you got like
thank
5,
you, bus
6
driver.
guys out here. Yeah, right. Stop. We're not doing that again. I was so confused at first what that was, and like everyone kept saying it, but looks like we are getting set up here. Just about every member from SSA is good to go. We are still waiting for AR Revolution, so we will see. Hopefully, we'll see them shortly. It'd be very unfortunate if entire team got like disqualified, but I guess we'll see. But we still good? Maybe you just can't hear yourself now. Yeah. Tristan's got really, really sloppy footwork.
I do.
So, dude keeps knocking his court out.
Absolutely horrible.
All right, we do have some members of Air Revolution starting to come in now. They are starting to get to their box.
I don't know what's going on here, but I want to make sure that nobody this camera on the far side. What's up? The camera over here.
All right, sorry about that. We're just making sure all the stream quality stuff is checking out. We have some of our refs like just straight punching our cameras. So thanks, Kane. All right, cool. So it looks like we are pretty much good to go at this point. We do have AR Revolution on our left, and we will have SSA on our right. Two of our very, very aggressive teams in this this tournament today. I am curious to see how this one's going to pan out. Going to be a lot of shots put out.
So is SSA a AZ native team?
Yes. They
Okay.
are. To my knowledge, at least, most of the players that I've seen at play at VIP before, they all live here, so I would assume so. A lot of them haven't played for a while too, so definitely nice to see them transition over to the Speed QB, Speedsoft type of gameplay. Game is about to start. Waiting for Josh to give the whistle. Bit of confusion with the referees. All right. Looks like we are all good to go now. Game is on. Clean break from both sides. We do have one player from each running up the exit. It looks like AR Revolution is going to have first possession. Again, more frustration coming out from AR Revolution. Don't know if it was a no-hit call or what, but a lot of aggression coming out from both of these teams. Looks like that one player from AR is still trapped in that middle X. Member of AR Revolution unfortunately gets caught out trying to get this close lane. Looks like that will be it for SSA. They will be able to... Oh, a bit of a team kill, too. That's unfortunate, but it looks like SSA will walk away with the win for this one. They just got to grab the... I think.
Looks like they're searching for the flag.
I think they're all good.
Yeah.
So, SSA will be taking this round. A very close game. Only one member of the entire lineup just surviving all of that. It was absolute chaos, but... Like I said, these are two of our very, very aggressive teams, so I'm not really expecting anything less than that. All right. Some final consultation between our refs. Looks like we're all good.
I don't know if it's just me, but there have been a lot of questionable plays in here this tournament so far.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's where a lot of the frustration is coming from. You will see a few players, especially if we can get it on the camera angles. A lot of players that are running like the far lanes, Some of them do get frustrated because it looks like there would be like a trade-off kill normally, but one of the players wouldn't call a hit, so because of that, they keep running, and that could even cost them the match because that one person didn't call it. So
wow, the sweet smell of propane right now.
Wonderful. Yeah, it's running through my nostrils. Absolutely in love with it. Back on the campsite. All right, going to be starting our next round here. SSA on our left, AR on the right. Waiting for the whistle. That is game on. Clean break from both sides. Looks like SSA is going to have first possession. One member from each side again trapped in that middle X. It's going to be a difficult fight to get out of. I believe that will be all members for SSA down. AR looks like they just need to clean up after this. I believe that's going to be it. They just got to grab the flag and cap. That will be the win there for that round for AR Revolution. I believe his gun just went off when he hit that wall.
Negligent fire. Minus 5 points.
Is that a misfire? So if a player accidentally hits themselves, does that mean they're out?
What?
If a player hits themselves, are they out?
You can consult with Josh.
I'll have to ask about that because that could cost them a win. That could cost them the game.
Negative points for suicide.
Right, it looks like that will be... I believe we do have one more round. Yep, we do have one more round. They're just swapping sides. Is that... No? Maybe not. One more round it looks like we're going to have. SSA will be on our right side now. AR Revolution on our left. Games are tied up.
Josh really wanting to use that whistle right now.
Yeah.
He's begging for it.
I mean, he got it this morning, man. You got to get your use out of it. I don't know what else he's going to use it for. Maybe he's at the gym or something. Every time he completes a rep, just blow out the whistle. If you guys didn't know, Josh, our manager, is like a super sponsored workout guy now. It's pretty great. I may or may not have blocked him on Instagram, but it's fine. I'm not going to talk about it. I didn't block him. I love you, Josh. Alrighty, here we go. Third round underway. Going to be an interesting one for sure. This will decide who's going to be the winner for this round. Score's tied up 1-1. Clean break from both sides. Looks like they have one player again from each side. Ooh, a very, very big fight for that first possession. SSA does walk away with it, though. Member of AR Revolution in the middle X does go down.
Looks like AR is going to lose the X fight right now.
A lot of cover fire coming down from this bottom lane from AR Revolution. Unfortunately, he will get caught out at just the wrong moment.
AR down to left of 2 people right now? Yep, 2 players.
Yep. I believe this is a 2v2 scenario right now.
At 3v2.
3v2. Oh, yes, you're right. Didn't see that player in the back left. Ooh, unfortunately caught out. He couldn't see him in that nice little corner there. This is going to be a 2v1 scenario, it looks like. Alright, I believe that's going to be it. Last player just needs to realize it.
Yeah, need a moment now.
You got it, man. I believe.
There we
Can't tell
go.
you, dog. They're dead. There you go, Josh. You tell him. Had a few players stuck on the field. That is going to be round. AR Revolution is going to take that 2-1. Obviously, there are the points for the bracket still set up and everything for penalties and all that, but... Alrighty. AZ Speed and Bang going up for our next round. We are going to be transitioning to that. In a few minutes, we're just going to make sure all the players do get on the field. It looks like this is going to be a bit of a smoother transition because luckily everybody is already pretty much on the field ready to go. Do appreciate when that happens. Makes things a lot easier. Let's see. Do we have... Okay, yeah. So we're going to have AZ Speed on our left this time, and we are going to have Bang on the right. As you were saying earlier, a few questionable plays. Looks like refs might be missing them. It could be that it's just at like just the wrong angles where they can't always see it, but... I believe they have kind of squared a few things away now. It's not going to be nearly as bad. We'll see as the day goes along, of course, but it's always got to be frustrating, though, to see that someone's not calling their hits, especially for the player that's shooting at the person and just doesn't get called. Definitely is frustrating for that to happen, but turning the attention back towards the field again, we do have AZ Speed on our left, and we are going to have Bang on the right. I believe AZ Speed, were they in our last tournament? I feel like I've heard the name before.
Yeah, I believe they were.
They were? Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it was. We were actually getting confused by AZ Speed and AR Revolution when we were doing the announcements.
Yes. Bang, definitely one of our newer teams. They actually formed just recently. They got 2 of their last members within like the past couple of weeks, I believe. But they formed together. They're able to make it work. That's the great thing about this. You only need 5 people. You guys can be complete strangers, but if you want to sign up together, you are welcome to. So, looks like we're just getting our finalizations all squared away before we start this match. Looks like everyone is on the field. No missing players. Josh is getting back up to his post. Alright, I believe we're just about good to go. We are just waiting on the whistle call for Josh. I don't know where he went. Do you see Josh?
He's up top.
Oh, is he? Okay. Oh, looking for a green shirt, or that's why. Alright, there's the round 1 off and underway. Clean break from both sides. Looks like Bang is going to get first flag possession. A lot of very aggressive play here from Bang coming out. AZ Speed flanking the back lanes pretty heavily. Not working out super well for him right now. We do have Bang that is going to be pushing really hard up on their team at this point. Looks like they are going to get a lot of the cleanup. That is going to be rounds. Bang will take that one.
You taking shots up here too?
No, actually I'm not.
I'm getting smacked in the face repeatedly.
Yeah, even our wonderful technician is getting completely peppered a couple times. But, I don't know. I caught a BB. Like I said, I told you.
I guess you got the perfect position right now.
I guess so, man. It's the height. That's what it is. My body just creates a draft that just pushes all BBs towards you guys. Something like that. But yeah, no, there was a BB that I caught. Floated like perfectly into my hand. Don't know how that happened, but it's a miracle, dog. Alrighty. Round 2 going to be underway. Bang take the first rounds. Took the first round. I can't speak English. Hello. Alrighty, that is game on. A clean break from both sides. Bang is going to be going really aggressive up that center lane. They do get first possession. AZ Speed, once again, very, very favorable towards the back lanes. They're kind of not going super far out into this one except for the person pushing their center lane. Bit of an interesting tactic. It's not working out too well for him right now, but I do understand the point just to get some solid cover fire down, but I don't even know where those ricochets are coming from. Oh, there's one. That is going to be center lane down. Flag is up for grabs. Looks like we are in a 2v2 scenario. 2v1 maybe? No, 2v2.
No, there is still one on the X.
Yeah. It's always these moments that get interesting for these tournaments. One player of Bang looping around, he will get the player caught off. And looks like that's going to be
And he comes back and gets him.
Wonderful flank there from that member of Bang.
Run, Ryan.
It's been a very smart tactic I've seen a lot of these players start to adopt, is running around this bottom lane here and taking a really wide sweep all the way back through the enemy's box and just pretty much clearing house through that.
It's a good idea, but it seems like they're losing a lot of peripheral.
Yeah.
Because
definitely.
clearly he did not see the player on the X, and that could have turned south for him if he saw him moving around.
Yeah. Alrighty, so that is going to be it for that round. Let me just double check real quick. We do have Galaxy and Avengers that is going to be up next for this round. I believe pretty much all players are just about good to go, which again is definitely really nice to see. But yeah, there's it's been really. Oh wait, are we're resetting for?
Looks like Bang's in the box right now.
Yeah. Well, we'll get an update on that in just a minute, but it looks like I believe that was a 2-0 win. So normally that would mean that that's game.
Yeah, it looks like they're setting up right now.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, I guess we will have another round then.
It looks like there's a player complaint right now.
Could be. There has been a lot of that going on. Like I said, this is a lot of the... there are a few things that have gotten a bit better. Unfortunately, there are a few things that have gotten a bit worse for this tournament. Mainly just on the player sides of it. Looks like there's going to be a decent amount of no-hitting or no-hit calling so far. And I guess... No, they are going to be okay. So it is going to be a final decision. I believe Bang is going to be taking that one. Looks like there was just a bit of a complaint over on the AZ Speed side, whether I believe it might have been a no-hit call. We obviously can't hear down there, but yeah, so we are going to be resetting for the next game. It is going to be Avengers versus Galaxy. Galaxy is going to be on our right side. Avengers is going to be on our left. These are two of the really, really aggressive teams. Definitely coming out of Avengers side. These are, like I said, some of our Cali guys, so they really know what they're doing out here. They have a general really good feel for communication, teamwork, all that good stuff. Galaxy, I believe they're a newer team, if I'm not mistaken. They do have the jerseys and everything like that, though. I'm not sure if they're an Arizona native team or not, though. So we will... there we go. Okay, team chance coming out.
So this looks like it is going to be the first time we're actually going to see Galaxy on a natural game right now because they did get the pass on the first one.
They had the buy round, so we're going to go ahead and turn our attention back over to the field. We do have our head ref, Josh, looking as beautiful as ever.
We love you, Josh.
What do you say? Alrighty. I am very interested to see how this Team Galaxy is going to play. This is going to be their first time coming out to an Arizona tournament. I don't know if it's their first tournament ever. Like I said, I'm not sure if they're a fully new team or not, but they got the jerseys and they look official, so it looks like they could have been here for a very long time. However, I do think one of the players does have a flamingo jacket. Very interesting style choice. I dig it.
Wait, what jacket?
The flamingo jacket.
Ah, I got you.
Player running up center lane right now. Looks like Avengers is going to get first flag possession. It's a very difficult shot to try and pop up and get out. Is that middle post. As you can hear, a lot of communication coming out from the Avengers team right now.
I don't know if Galaxy had time to warm up because they just got shredded through. It looks like a flag was thrown right there. Not really sure what for.
Did have an unfortunate team kill on the Avengers team, but it looks like that will be it for the rest of Galaxy. I believe all of them unfortunately did get caught out. That is going to be it. They just got to grab that flag, pin it up, and that'll be game.
Lack of enthusiasm in that flag grab.
That'd be brutal. Yeah, we did have one of our refs asking about the team kills if they counter for the other team's points. Imagine if you got like a spy snuck into someone else's team, just there to team kill. That'd be brutal, man. Absolutely brutal. All right, so we'll see how Galaxy does this next time around. Unfortunately, they're getting pitted up against a pretty solid team this time around as their first game. I believe they did have a couple in the practice rounds, but other than that, they'll have a bit of a more chance to warm up. Luckily, these first rounds aren't too detrimental. You always do have a chance to come back, but we are gearing up for the next round here. Once again, Avengers did take that first one. Avengers is going to now be on our right side, Galaxy on our left.
While it may not be detrimental, it always is important to get a good start off because it makes it a lot easier for you in the end.
Yes. Looks like there was a no-hit call on the Avengers side, though. We did have a flag thrown down by Josh. I believe he is pretty much anytime he has the chance to use one of those flags, he is going to be chucking them out. So he was talking a lot about that this morning. He was really excited to use those flags. But alrighty, round 2 underway, coming out. Just waiting for the whistle call. I believe Josh forgot the name of the team for a moment. It's okay, it happens. One member of Galaxy, 2 down right at the start. That is a bit unfortunate. Looks like Avengers is going to have first flag possession once again.
Galaxy didn't even make it to the X this time around. Have a very long engagement going on this inner side right now. Looks like that player is now hit.
Looks like a bit of a lack of aggression coming out from Galaxy. We'll see if that starts to improve a bit in the coming games, but looks like that is going to be it. Back-to-back, Bang taking both games. I believe Josh said reset, but is that not? Am I insane? Did they not do?
You might be, but it's all right.
All right, yeah, that's what I thought. This was best of 3. They just won twice. Alrighty, cool. Well, I'm just here to commentate. I'm down.
I just work here, man.
More stuff to cover, so I'm cool with it. Alrighty, looks like there's going to be one more. I believe it was because of the no-hit call. I believe that does forfeit the round for the team. That is why. So the score, I believe, at this point then will be officially 1-0 in favor of Avengers. Avengers, they're just going to flop sides now. So Avengers is going to be back on our left, and we are going to have Galaxy on the right. Trying to say something, Josh?
Want to scrap?
Talking smack? We love Josh.
Throw a flag on this.
What's up?
Throw a flag on this. Just chuck your phone at him.
Better get flagged for poor commentary. Story
Maybe by YouTube.
Yeah. Better get copyright strike by YouTube. Alrighty. round 3 underway. Clean break from both teams. Bit of a weak whistle call by Josh. That's going to have to be a flag for him. See if he gets a better whistle call next time.
Once again, Galaxy failing to actually capture the flag on this, unfortunately. They do need to get up there a little bit faster.
Definitely.
Avengers definitely taking control right now. A lot more aggression than we saw in their first round. They were playing a lot more reserve before. However, you're seeing that classic Cali aggression right now.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it just looks like Galaxy's going to have to get a bit more
a
aggressive.
little bit of sass to it.
She did it last time, too. He gave us a nice little 360. Do a little dance and start spinning, sweetheart. But, yeah, no, it's something about these Cali teams. Like we said, when they show up, they show out. They've been doing this for a long time. I mean, obviously, they're taking the drive down here. So, I mean, why not go as hard as you can? But
it is pretty impressive, though, that they're able to actually correlate with each other, considering they are all from different teams, it seems like. So
yes, exactly.
being able to work together this efficiently,
For sure.
especially in just their second game, is actually really impressive. So.
Yeah. Alrighty, so that is going to be the rounds. Avengers is going to take that one. I believe they did have a penalty, though, so that is going to be a bit of a count against them for that from a no-hit call. So that is going to be the win for Avengers. Up next, we are going to have... it's actually no show round, or there was a bye round for Capital, so luckily they get to just sit out for this one, just relax for a bit longer. We are going into round 3 of the brackets now. We are going to have SS Airsoft versus AZ Speed. I am curious to see how this round is going to go because it looks like SSA, they're one of definitely our more aggressive teams, especially one of the AZ ones. They've been putting rounds out every single time, so a bit of just final strategizing it looks like on the field right now. I believe these are members of Capital. Just kind of talking, but
So what do you have to say about that new team, Bang?
They've been interesting because they're, like I said, they were formed very recently. Like they got all 5 of their members in the past couple weeks, I believe, something like that. But the core 3 members, they've kind of been together for a while. But in terms of their performance today, I mean they've been doing pretty well track record wise. I will say there have been a few times where it did look like there might have been some missed calls from the referees, but again, that's kind of just at the discretion of the referees. We don't really have anything to do with that up here. But they've been doing pretty good so far. They did have a bit of communication. I was talking to some of the players earlier. They do have a communication grid set up. They have all their call outs and all that stuff. Just a matter of actually, of course, executing them correctly, coherently, and in a not super obscenely loud manner. But
that's an important thing that you just stated right there, though. A lot of players and a lot of teams will come up with all these complex systems and stuff like that. However, unless you practice it, it's going to mean absolutely nothing to you because once you get out there, you're going to completely forget about it, and you're only going to be thinking about shooting the other team.
You get that tunnel vision. You kind of just completely space everything out. You can even hear what your teammates are saying, but if you're not actually processing it, it's going to bite you.
Then all that prep becomes useless. So.
Yes, exactly. Especially for tournaments like these, just because they don't happen super often. A lot of players try to put a lot of work in. They'll even watch film from previous tournaments. They'll watch montages of enemy, not enemy, opposing teams, whatever, just to kind of get as much information about the play styles of other people, which is honestly a really smart thing. You can literally treat this like it would be any other sport, like football, just to kind of watch how all the other players really behave on the field, just whether it's more aggressive, more laid back, whether it's back in the lines. Looks like... I'm not sure if we are taking a break. I believe there might have been a short one, but I think all the players are starting to queue up now. We do have SSA that's going to be on our right, AZ Speed on our left. I believe we are going to be taking a break here shortly, though, just with the tournament itself. But we'll get back to you guys on that shortly. Other than that, though, I believe the tournament has... My mic stand. Once again, SSA. It's my headset. Oh, we're back. We're good. Are we good? I think we're good. Alrighty, cool. Yeah. All right, sorry. Literally, as I was about to say, the stream is up and running again. We're
the irony.
We're trying to make it work. All right. It's Josh. It's his striped shirt. It's messing with the Wi-Fi pattern, the signal, all that stuff. It's just causing
it's his 3M reflective.
Exactly.
Stop walking around, Josh. You're screwing it up.
Yeah, you're messing up our stream, dude. The 3M on your leggings, they're...
I thought he was hitting a fat mod right there.
Yeah, no kidding.
And I was like, oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Stream up.
Josh living his best life. Alrighty, we are going to have the next game underway. Once again, AZ Speed on our left, SSA on the right. Just waiting for Josh to get back up on his perch.
That sounded aggressive.
So, gun down. That is game on. Clean break from both teams. SSA is going to get first possession on that middle square. A lot of cover fire coming out from both teams in the back lanes. One member of SSA trying to sneak around. Looks like he might get a solid flank off, but he is unfortunately caught out. Looks like there might be a bit of a no-hit call confusion there. Uh-oh. Ring around the rosy time. Here we go. Here we go. Who can get it first? Oh, the quick
here we go.
Oh, no,
he slipped.
no.
He slipped. Oh, is it a trade?
I believe that's going to be a trade.
I believe it's going to be a trade.
So do we have a draw?
I don't think we have a flag cap on there, so.
We do not. Looks like SSA did get first possession. Unfortunately, there was not a actual capture. But fun little game of ring around the rosy there. Something you definitely want to try to outwit your opponent. A lot of different angles you can take, especially on that obstacle right there. There's a lot of stopping points, so you can kind of just confuse your opponent, try to trick them out of running around in circles for days. But yeah, a bit of complaints coming out from SSA. Looks like there was a no-hit call. From our perspective up here, with the angles they were at, I don't know about you. It looks like it might have been one to me, but
I wasn't paying attention to that part of the field, unfortunately. So I was trying to pay attention to where like the flag cap was.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so it looks like we're just going to move on to the next round here. Again, there was no actual flag capture. Both teams ended in a trade for the last kill. SSA did have first possession, though, so that will be, I believe, a nice little boost for the points for them. We are going to be starting the next round here. There we go, Josh. You got it, dog. Alrighty. SSA on our left now. AZ Speed on the right. Game is on clean break from both sides. We do have that member of SSA once again forming up to that first X, getting first possession. Couple members from SSA getting caught out on this bottom close lane to us here. Bit of a death trap. They have a lot of players on AZ Speed kind of watching that corner. Bit of argument coming out from both teams down in this bottom lane here.
Bit of anger right there on the flag throwdown.
Yeah. This unfortunate player from AZ Speed is caught down in this bottom right lane. SSA member just peppering rounds down on that barrel, waiting to get him out. Oh, he does get a breakout. Looks like they will trade for that. I believe that will be just about every member. Only one left from SSA. All he has to do is go find the flag. It's always a scary moment to be that last player on the field, not knowing if there's anyone else there with you. You got it, man. Keep her going.
Keep her going.
Back it up.
Keep
Back
her
it
going.
up. Back it up. And stop. All right, that is going to be the win for SSA once again, coming out with a victory for that. Again, a bit of frustration looks like coming out from a decent amount of these Arizona teams. I don't know if it's just a bunch of no-hit calling or what's going on today. The clothes have been piled on extra thick because it seems like there's a lot of that going on today.
For some reason, it seems like we're having a lack of team morale this session, or like this entire tournament so far. Especially since if you compare it to the last one, everyone was doing chants at the beginning of their games. Yeah. Everyone was just doing high fives. Everyone was even hugging each other after the game, to be honest. But then you just see aggression. I get it's like about 8 to 9 o'clock in the morning right now. I don't know what the actual time is.
10.
About 10 right now, so everyone's probably really tired right now. However, if you hop over to the VIP concessions, we got Monster, water, everything like that to keep you up.
Oh my god, I swear. I ain't even got donuts, so I mean, if y'all if y'all missed out on that,
everything to turn that frown upside down, you know what I mean? All right.
Best believe it, dog. That's the great thing about this location. There's a Bosa Donuts in the exact same plaza, like a 20-yard walk, like east, and you're just at Bosa Donuts. You could just get a dozen for like 30 cents.
And some coffee.
Something stupid like that.
If you're not a Monster guy, we got some coffee. We're literally right in the parking lot, so.
That's wild. Not a sponsor, by the way.
No, not a sponsor. Do not throw us at it.
Alrighty, so it looks like we are loading up. Yeah, that is going to be game, it looks like. Up next, we got Galaxy versus AR Revolution. Galaxy getting another chance to try and prove themselves. Again, they weren't doing super great for this first time around, but again, they were playing against a really, really solid California team. So we'll see how they do this time around against AR Revolution, see if it's any better. But how do you think it's going to go? What do you think?
I think I'm going to have a hard time realizing when we switch cameras.
You know what? We'll figure it out. Like I said, it was kind of just a feel thing last time, but It's all good. We do have, actually, pretty much every member from AR Revolution talking to Josh right now. I don't know if it was something about a scoring system or the points or whatever it was, but I believe everything is worked out now. So it looks like Galaxy is going to be on our left side to start off this game. We are going to have AR Revolution on the right. I'm really curious, though, because it does seem like AR Revolution for this tournament and a bit of the last one has had a bit of a history with no hit calls. So we'll see how it turns out for this round. We'll see if there's a bit more aggression coming out of Galaxy. Again, there wasn't a whole lot of that last round, which I think it cost him quite a bit. But I don't know if you've also noticed if there's any communication coming out of that team, Galaxy.
I haven't heard really anything out of them.
Okay.
So I don't really know how to say to it, though. They might be communicating silently. They might know each other well enough to where you don't have to communicate.
Maybe they all have AirPods in, and they're in like a group call, so they're just like
one
whispering.
Discord.
Yeah, they're just all whispering to each other.
Looks like a Galaxy member did leave the field right here.
I believe it's a sub.
Gotcha. Making it rain BBs over there.
Is it a sub? I'm not sure.
Who knows? He's just sitting there playing with a speed
loader. They are
loader.
hiding behind the wall, but I unfortunately can't see it at the moment. All right, we are getting Josh back up to his post. Once again, this is going to be Galaxy versus AR Revolution. First round underway. See if Galaxy can prove themselves. Here we go. Ooh. So here we go.
Ooh, AR taking that flag grab off the bat. Galaxy seems to be having trouble getting up to that flag really fast. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like they have it well planned out.
Yeah, that first member of Galaxy that was running up that middle X, they were a bit slow off the break. If you're going to be the one charging for that X, you got to get there low, you got to get there fast, and you better hope you get there first. But it looks like that will be a clear out for AR Revolution. That is going to be a flag cap as well. AR Revolution is going to take this round.
Galaxy seems to have organization, so they have potential to do so. They just need to be able to do everything a bit faster.
Yeah. Alrighty, so yeah, AR Revolution is going to take that one. We are going to swap sides. AR Revolution is now going to be to our left, Galaxy on the right. Yeah, but I definitely agree with you on that. I think Galaxy does have a lot of potential to really kind of push through quite a bit. They just kind of need to get in a bit of a better headspace, more of just communication. Overall speed itself, it does seem like they are kind of a bit slower to like off the brakes especially. But
almost seems like they're in a pit right now.
Yeah.
I don't know really how to describe it. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of team morale. They are talking right now. However, this is the first time I'm actually seeing them talk to each other. So
hopefully they're strategizing a bit, getting some
hopefully
better
communication improves.
Yeah. So it looks like they do have 6 members. They do have one that has maybe as a backup it looks like, but
got the chant from AR over there.
Morale
That's the team morale we need.
Morale is very high for AR Revolution right now. They've been coming through really strong on this. Again, a bit of no hit calls, but you know, it happens. All right, that is going to be the next round. Not even so much as a check to be ready, but looks like Galaxy's a bit more aggressive this time. Their member does get to the X, so luckily they did not go down that time. AR Revolution is going to have first flag possession. Unfortunately, that member of Galaxy in the center does go down. Looks like that is going to be a clear for AR Revolution and a team kill. But that is going to be it. AR Revolution is going to take away with that victory. That is going to be it for that one. AR Revolution does take it. So, all right, it looks like Bang is going to have a no-show for this round. So up next, we are going to have Capital versus Avengers. This is going to be an interesting one because this is, like I said, Capital, the #1 team in our tournament last year from Arizona versus Avengers. One thing that is nice to see is that a lot of these Cali teams that do come out, when they're here, obviously, you know, they're competitive. They come to win. But almost after every round, you're going to see them give them fist bumps, high fives, good jobs, good rounds, stuff like that. It's always a nice change of pace to see that because, of course, with how competitive it gets, it's kind of easy to get lost in that headspace of just wanting to completely destroy the other team, just wanting to go for the victory and just almost be like a bad sport. But it's really nice to see that coming out from these California teams. They usually tend to keep that positivity going all tournament long.
It is important to have good sportsmanship in this because in the end, while this is a tournament, it is still a game on this. This is a hobby for a lot of people. No one's making money off this.
Yeah.
No one's, and if they are, it's like very little YouTube money or something off of this. So
super cool medal from Michaels.
Yeah. So that's the most you're getting on this. So it is important to realize that this is a hobby and it is important to win. That's the whole point of a tournament and stuff like that. But do not sit there and disgrace the other team. Do not sit there and be rude or whatever the situation is. Just because you're a little bit angry because you lost it. You're going to lose this. It's unfortunate. However, just make sure you're a bit happy about it with other teams, I guess.
All right, so it looks like we do have a bit of a reset coming here. We are going to probably do a short commercial break because we are waiting for all the refs to come back. So we'll go ahead and leave you guys for just a few moments. We'll be right back there for the next one. Again, it is going to be Capital versus Avengers. So go ahead and just stay tuned. We'll be back very shortly. Alrighty, so we are getting back right off. We're going to be starting right back with you guys. We're going to turn the attention back over to the field again. It is Avengers versus Capital. It's going to be a very competitive game. Capital does have first flag possession. Again, there's a lot of very heavy cover fire that Avengers tend to put from the back lanes just to give their players up front a better chance to get up.
I think we had the same thing with these two teams this last time, where they were having a very long engagement right here on this inner side. I don't know if it was necessarily them versing each other, however, they were going through this long engagement. It seems like there is a lot of shooting going on here, but not a lot of killing.
You know, I will say this. There's okay, no, those are both okay.
I didn't know they were teammates.
At first.
I thought it was just an aggressive game of peekaboo.
Yeah. I will say this though, there's a difference between getting mad because someone isn't calling their hits and prematurely getting upset because you didn't see someone call their hit.
Yeah.
I did notice that was something that happened in the middle lane here. One of the players from Avengers did actually get shots off on Capital. Player called it, but because they ran behind an obstacle, the member from Avengers didn't see it, so they kind of freaked out a bit. But for the most part, most people are going to call their hits. There's usually very, very few people that do play this game, especially this type of game, that just simply don't call their hits.
It's unfortunately part of it, though, due to the speed of the game.
Yes.
So it's something that like you have to really train yourself mentally, be able to understand and be able to react calmly in a high-speed scenario.
Alrighty. Round 2 coming up. Avengers on our right, Capital on the left. Alrighty, that is going to be start of the round. Clean break. Avengers really, really quick to get that first possession. Once again, Avengers focusing on the heavy cover fire from the back lanes. Seems to be working in their favor so far. Member from Capital does go back. Does go down in the back lane. Another one goes down in the middle X. Looks like that is going to be a cleanup for Avengers. That is going to be the round. Oh, maybe not. Oh, nope, that is it. All right. Once again, very, very aggressive play coming out from the Avengers team. Cali team just tend to have that bit of aggression that's just absolutely unrelenting. But I believe that is going to be game, if I'm not mistaken. Or did Capital take the first one? I've already forgotten. This is bad. It's been a long morning, dude. We do have some final consultation with the refs down at the bottom there. Who's going to be up next for our
After them, it is going to be, it looks like a no-show?
AZ Speed.
Oh no, Capital and AR, so it looks like it's going to be Avengers and Bang.
No, we're here right now.
There we go, Capital and Avengers.
That
You're
means
sitting
the-
there pointing at the end of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So, who's next?
SS Airsoft Galaxy.
There you
we
go.
go.
Alright, cool.
We're on
I
the
was
right
like,
one.
that's
There's a bit of confusion on here because we have so there is a bit of confusion on the actual paper right here because we have a bunch of these things called basically buys.
Yeah.
So what's happening is we have an uneven amount of teams right now, so it's requiring us to allow each team to be able to get a pass into the next round without having to do it. Huh?
I already explained that.
Yeah. So he explained at the beginning of the round,
Yeah.
still gonna do it. But so yeah, we do have SS Airsoft and Galaxy coming up next on here. So.
Alrighty. I'm kind of hoping the Galaxy can kind of start to show up a bit more because, we were saying earlier, they have a lot of potential, but it just seems like they're kind of not really like motivated almost, if anything. There's just a lot of the ability to honestly just organize themselves, but they're just not really communicating a whole lot. It looks like they're not being really aggressive, and aggression is a really, really big factor in these tournaments. You really want to try and get that first flag possession. You essentially want to get as many points built up per round as possible, whether it's through kills, first flag possession, flag hang, something like that. But because we have run much fewer ads before, we're going to kind of start to run a bit more. Looks like we're taking a bit of a break for this next round, so we'll be back with you guys very shortly. Again, we have SS Airsoft versus Galaxy coming back up, so just go ahead and stay tuned for that. We'll be back in a few minutes when they're all loaded up and everything, so see you then. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the tournament. Once again, we have SSA versus Galaxy coming up next. We're going to have SSA on the left, Galaxy on the right. A few things we were saying before. Any predictions for this match?
Who'd you say, SSA and Galaxy?
Yes.
Unless Galaxy can actually pick it up at this point, it's probably going to be SSA.
For sure.
So that's the only problem. I really hate saying that about teams. However, Galaxy has not been on a good run right now. So if they could pick it up, then I feel like they have potential to win it. Unfortunately, though, SSA has been aggressive.
Yeah.
So
let's hope that there was a bit of more collaboration and just overall just kind of strategizing for Team Galaxy in between their breaks. But we'll see what goes on here. Round about to start. It's like a clean break from both sides. Galaxy being a bit more aggressive, but again, kind of slow to that first X. SSA does get first possession. A lot of rounds coming out from SSA from their back lines. That is, I believe, now 3 members of Galaxy down. A dangerous thing coming up here with this X. We have a member of SSA and Galaxy right on opposite sides, and that's going to be down. Always a very dangerous position to play if you're the first player going up to that X, because if you get a player around that, you don't see him, you're getting popped point blank. Looks like that's
it looks like they actually did a pretty good job of communication right there. However, the only thing I'm noticing with Galaxy is that their movements aren't very fluid, and they aren't utilizing cover very well.
Yeah.
Because you have the supports in the back over there. However, with the supports over here, they're utilizing the cover like extremely well.
Yeah.
They're being able to pop out, reload in the back, and everything like that. However, I saw the one with the ARP9 over here completely reloading in the wide open, and he ended up getting shot because of it.
Yeah, definitely got to choose your reload points and your times to reload very carefully. You want to kind of monitor how many rounds you're putting out, just so that you're not getting caught out in a completely exposing situation. But this one thing I've noticed, especially too with SSA and a lot of the more aggressive players, is they'll have a couple guys kind of either playing the first 2 obstacles here, or they'll just go one straight to the X, and they'll have a majority of their team in the back lines just putting down rounds just endlessly, just so that they can get a bit more cover to push up there. It seems like it's been working out pretty good, pretty well so far, but let's just see if Galaxy can be a bit more aggressive, a bit more, like you said, fluid in their motions, because having a bit of issues right now. Score is 1-0. We are going to be going to the next round. SSA is now going to be on our right, Galaxy on our left. We'll see what goes down. I believe yep, that's a very, very large Supreme sticker on that rail set of Galaxy Airsoft. Wonderful. All right, clean break from both sides. Looks like a member from Galaxy unfortunately falls right away. Again, SSA, like you were saying earlier, utilizing those cover points, putting down a lot of rounds. A pretty big stack up of Galaxy on the far left lane over there. They got 3 members pretty much in the same spot. That could be a bit dangerous for them if they're not careful. Got a member of Galaxy crawling up to a barricade up here. Looks like he does make it. SSA does have possession of the flag. SSA getting very aggressive here. Both members pushing up that far lane. Looks like that is going to be cleared out for Galaxy. All they have to do now is capture the flag. Nope, don't forget it. There you go. And that is going to be it. SSA is going to walk away with this one. So, your prediction came true.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, Galaxy was not able to pull away with it again. They just need to probably strategize a bit more, get a bit more aggressive.
Their aggression doesn't seem to be too bad. Like I was saying, though, they need to be more fluid, and they need to be a little bit more tactical in terms of like actually utilizing cover, because it seems like their supports are not utilizing cover as much as they can be, and that's actually causing them to lose their supports a lot earlier in the game than they should.
Yeah.
So,
but like I said too, there was a this last round there was a big stack up of members of Galaxy on the far back left lane over there, and it was an interesting kind of choice, just because if you ever do get one of the members caught out, like towards the end, that's when 2 of the members of SSA pretty much started to run out in a round. But it looks like we are actually going to go to a round 3, because I believe there might have been a penalty.
I didn't see a flag, but there might have been.
Oh, never mind. Josh right now calling down the referee, so it looks like there might be a round 3 for this one. It could have just been a no-hit call, but never mind. They have reverted the decision. That is going to be game. Okay, so again, SSA does walk away with it. That is going to be it. Who do we have up next?
So we have that no-show right there. So the next one is going to be Capital and AR.
Capital and AR Revolution, 2 of our really, really heavy-hitting Arizona teams. This is going to be an interesting match.
And then after that, we have a pretty interesting game as well. We got Avengers and Bang.
So they had yeah. So let's kind of dive into that a little bit. They had they were playing the practice rounds, I believe. They had one of the first games for the practice round, and right off the bat, it was interesting because they have a team from Cali that's been going hard at this for a very long time, and then this is another team that really gets kind of aggressive. A lot of them are regulars at our Gilbert location. But again, it is their first time doing like a Speed QB tournament. I believe some of them showed up for the Speed QB practice, but obviously it's not the same setting as this. It's kind of a whole different ball game. This is set up for Speed QB, Speedsoft, whatever. But I am actually going to be really curious to see how that matchup does go down because there's been a bit of a... I don't know how to really describe it. There have been a few of what looked like no-hit calls. I don't know if the refs ever caught them or not, but I guess that's just going to be up to them. But I'm curious to see how it's going to go down, for sure. I don't know if there's going to be any arguing. I'm going to hope there's not. Like I said, I do hope for the best for all teams, hoping the sportsmanship stays clean, nothing really bad starts going down. We did have a few issues last year, but we're not going to get into that.
Yeah.
So yeah, other than that, we'll focus back on this round. It is going to be, what was it, you said Capital and AR Revolution? Looks like? Cool. There has been a lot of improvement also, it looks like, with Capital. They've been working a lot on their team. Overall, just with organization, teamwork, communication for sure. That was one thing they kind of were lacking a bit last time. I believe that was their first actual tournament where they were like a completely assembled team. But we'll see how this one goes.
Considering they're AZ based, I believe so, considering that we were the first tournament for it, so.
Yeah.
At least official.
Yeah, it is nice to see that there's a solid backing for it here in Arizona. The one unfortunate thing, we actually almost had to cancel the tournament because it's an unfortunate situation. We get a lot of kids that tell us like, hey, why don't you guys do a lot of Speedsoft and like all that like stuff, and we start to announce stuff like that, like, well, hey, we're doing a Speedsoft tournament or Speedsoft practice, whatever, and then no one shows up to it. So it's like...
Seems to be a lot of window shopping to it.
Definitely.
Everyone only wants to play the tournament. However, the problem with it is that a lot of people don't realize when we do these practice games, this is how we gauge and meter how many people that are actually interested in it, so we can judge if we can actually pay to actually hold this event.
But looks like we did have a solid turnout. We needed, I believe it was 5 teams. We actually turned out with 7. So not a bad turnout so far. Oof, that was fun. Sorry, but... we are going to get this next match underway. I believe the refs were just doing some final talking before this starts, just making sure all the organization was set up. I believe they just needed to make sure they were aware of who was watching which team. But again, we are going to have AR Revolution. They're going to be on our left to start this game, and there's going to be Capital on our right. Both teams pretty much ready to go at this point. Capital... Oh, that's cute. They're taking a knee. All right, predictions for this match? Who do you think's
Capital AR... I wasn't paying attention when Capital was playing earlier. At least I don't remember it.
Okay.
AR has been pretty aggressive all today. I guess I could say it's going to be like an even match off, to be honest with you. I have nothing really to say about Capital, like I said, because I haven't seen their performance today. I at least looked at it in depth.
They've been keeping things pretty tight.
Okay.
Definitely. I think if they have the communication on lock and they can just play their positions correctly, they might be able to come away with the win. Then again, AR is just really aggressive, and sometimes just overall power can lead to a win in that sense. But Josh is getting to his post here. This is going to be starting very soon. This is going to be quite the interesting matchup. Again, I am curious to see that Bang vs Avengers match coming up soon. That's going to be one to watch. I do pray for the refs. Clean break off the start from both teams. Looks like one member from AR Revolution immediately going down in the X. Capital will have first possession. These are two teams that do communicate a lot. If you can hear it, I'm assuming you could probably hear it, but a lot of yelling going out, a lot of calling. There's that one member of Capital in that far lane stuck down with the first flag. Ooh, member of AR Revolution with a jump shot on that Capital player. Looks like that will be it, tying it out. He is going the wrong way. There you go. You got it, man. That is going to be the win for AR Revolution for this one. We're going to do a reset. Red into round 2. Looks like there was a bit of a complaint here down in this bottom right lane. Looks like it might have been a no-hit call. We'll see what the refs have to say about it, but
On Capital or AR?
It was a member of Capital making a complaint against a member of AR. They were running up the member of AR was running up this the center down to the bottom lane here, and looks like it would have been a trade, but apparently a member of AR didn't call it. But we'll see. I always wonder if we're ever gonna get one of those like super cool like sports center booths. Alright, it looks like we're going to be starting the next round here. Capital's going to be on our left now, AR Revolution on the right. AR Revolution did take the first round.
Hard slam into that X right there. Absolutely took it out with his head.
Very aggressive slide into that X. They did get first possession, though. Unfortunately, he does get caught out. Member of Capital still in that middle X, pushing up towards the center. Unfortunately, they are caught out, though, in this bottom lane. Member of AR Revolution was pushing up there. It looks like a lot of members from Capital are starting to fall at this point. There's a member on Capital that has been getting a bit aggressive, almost in the sense of their complaints. It seems like a lot of the times it looks like they're just getting really unfortunate, that are just unlucky with the players they're hitting. Just, I don't know if they're not calling hits, not feeling it's something, but it seems like almost every time that they get out, they're upset because it was a no-hit call or something. I obviously can't speak to the validity of it, but, you know. Yeah, that is going to be game. AR Revolution is going to take that one against Capital. So up next... Oh, yes. Okay, cool. Up next, Avengers vs. Bang. This is going to be the, this next one coming up is going to be the last one in round 4. We do have 7 rounds total. After that, we are going to tally up all the scores and then pretty much take it to a quarterfinal bracket and then semifinal, final, all that fun stuff. But, alrighty. Yeah, I am. So what do you think is going to happen with this one? Give me some thoughts,
the Avengers and Bang?
Yeah, give me some ideas.
You know, I don't even know if I want to take a guess on it. I kind of want to see what happens.
It's going to be interesting. Because
Bang seems to be a really aggressive team on there.
They do, but I think it's almost starting to fault them because, like you were saying before, with a lot of aggression, sometimes you start to just get into that mindset of not being able to either feel things or you just don't even register it, so to speak. So I think, unfortunately, that might be getting a bit of the best of Bang here, but we'll see as this game. Members of Avengers are going to be on our left side here. You broke it, dude. Oh, okay, it went back. I feel so bad. All right, so it looks like we do have members of Avengers versus Bang. Bang does have first possession. That is going to be a very aggressive fight there in the middle X. Looks like the member of Bang will get the win off on that one. Ooh, flag possession does go down on that far lane there.
Fade flag drop though.
Doing it with a little bit of style. A lot of rounds going off from both players in the far lane here.
Looks like only the supports are left.
And this is a 2v1 scenario, it looks like? No, maybe 2v2
No, there is
still.
one back there.
2v2 still, yeah. Looks like that will be the win for Avengers. All right, that is going to be the first round done. They just got to go ahead and get that flag hung up on the far side. And Avengers will be taking this first round. Avengers always doing it with a little bit of flair, a little bit of finesse every time they capture the flag. It's a... Also, I just noticed that member of Avengers Airsoft, they have like spikes coming out of their dye mask.
Yeah.
That's vicious. Man, that's violent. All right, so again, that is going to be Avengers taking that first round. We are going to have a reset here. Avengers is going to be going to our right side now, and we are going to have Bang on our left. Looks like we do have some members from Avengers talking to our head ref, Josh. Don't know if it's a complaint or something that he might have seen. What a roller coaster this has been.
Yeah.
All right, so I believe we're all good now, even though we said that like 20, 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
We had some really interesting internet problems. The goober that routed the internet in the building didn't do the best job, but we'll just leave it at that. No need to get into the difficulties there. But we should be okay now. I believe we have a personal like hotspot for the stream and everything, so that shouldn't be cutting out. That was causing a decent amount of issues with kind of like the audio and all of the stream quality and all that, so we should be better at least at this point. But we are a few games in. Unfortunately, we did miss the coverage of them. Up next, we do have Bang, and then who was the other?
I believe it was Bang and AR, yeah.
So yeah, Bang and AR Revolution, they're going to be the ones coming up now. Bang is pretty much on the field, ready to go. AR Revolution coming up next, but pretty exciting.
I'm actually
games.
kind of interested to see this
Yeah,
one.
I really want to see how this one's going to go down for sure. But let's do a quick recap because we are. Is it right? This one we're end of round 5, I believe.
Yep.
All right. So I believe, if I remember correctly, the cutout happened. Actually, oh yeah, I was at the Avengers. So unfortunately, we missed the decent, better part of a round. But just to give you a bit of a recap, the Avengers Bang game actually went pretty smoothly. I believe Avengers were able to take it away with the win on that one. SS Airsoft had a bye round, so they were pretty much excused for that next game. Capital and Galaxy, actually Galaxy did step up a bit for that game. They were able to come away with a win. Unfortunately, though, I believe they did get canceled just because. Can we get him in there? Almost? No? Okay, well, he walked through anyways. But yeah, so Galaxy actually did improve their game quite a bit. That was a nice change of pace for sure. Capital did still pull away with the win, though, I believe because Galaxy was hit with a no call. So that did unfortunately penalize them towards the end. But yeah, so then we had Avengers versus AZ Speed. That was just the last game. Avengers did walk away. I believe it was a clean sweep. But that was honestly a bit to be expected. Like I said, these Cali teams, they play really aggressively. But on now to Bang vs. AR Revolution. That is what we are setting up for at the moment. We'll go ahead and turn the attention back to the field. Looks like we are getting started very soon. Josh is just getting back up to his post. AR Revolution is going to be on our left, and we are going to have Bang on our right for the first matchup. Real question is, Josh, are you ready? Yeah, he doesn't like it.
He's not ready.
He's not ready, man.
He is not ready for this.
Alrighty, players are getting to their starting boxes. I agree with you, though. This is going to be an interesting matchup. We'll see how this is going to go.
Seems to be a lack of actually putting your gun on the wall.
Yeah, I don't know how much they're enforcing that, but it doesn't look like it's a very, There you go. Okay. Doesn't look like it's a really enforced rule this time around. Bang is going to get first possession of the flag.
You know, that's one thing I will give Bang. Every time they go up, they seem to always literally get that first flag cap. Every time. Angel, the elite player right there, literally just gets in there so fast and is able to actually capture it each time in the beginning. Now, in terms of leaving it and keeping it, I can't really say anything on that. But they get there first, so.
Yeah, it's definitely, it gives you a nice boost of points. I believe it's 25 points for first possession.
Yeah.
And then it's 50 for the flag hang. But it is nice just to consistently get that amount of 25 points, even if you don't get a whole lot of kills. It definitely helps your team out for sure.
Yeah.
But AR Revolution does come away with a win on that one. Again, AR Revolution is being incredibly aggressive. That X needs to get moves like every single round because all these teams, they're going hard.
They're just
going
slamming right into it.
Yeah, they're going for that first possession, and every time it just keeps getting moved a bit to the left, a bit to the right. But we are setting up for the next round here. We do have Bang now on our left side. AR Revolution is going to be back on our right. This is going to be round 2. Are they putting a magazine on the flag? Okay, there we go. Yeah, that high gamma mag has been there for quite some time now. It was sitting on one of the concrete walls on the center side over on our right here, but interesting. It's a form of sabotage. Try to pull the flag away, they get a magazine instead. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We good? Alright, okay, we're good. Alrighty. Round 2 going to be coming underway again. AR Revolution did pull away with that one last round. Looks like they are talking to Josh a bit. Don't know what that's about. We need to like start miking up players. Get like lav mics on them so we can just hear like the random little conversation. I feel like we'd be a bit.
You know, there would be a lot of censorship in that, and I don't really feel like editing would be worth it. So
a lot of post production we need to go into that for sure. Clean break for both teams coming out on the side here. Once again, both team members going straight for that middle X. Unfortunately, Bang is not able to get the first possession off this time. It's going to go to AR Revolution. Oh,
Oh.
Wow.
That was a nice flick, though.
Solid
That was a
reaction
nice
time on
turnaround.
that member of Bang there. That was absolutely insane. Looks like we still have a couple members of AR Revolution up, though. Oh, a few, actually. 3 of them. Looks like that is actually going to be it for it.
Looks like Robbie took it in the thigh. Those shots always suck.
This is like the one chance that like all these players get to just go ham on the trigger. This is the one chance. All right, so. Hey Josh, can you be quiet, please? Alrighty, so moving into the next round, we are gonna have SS Airsoft versus Capital. Giving us an inconsistent signal. I love how it cut back in right as I finished that sentence, but anyways, thought we were good. I am still thinking that's a bit of a, I think it might be my headset that's just being weird. I don't know what's going on there, but
it's cutting both of us out.
Is it? Uh-oh. I think we're good now. We good? Okay, cool. So now we're plugging me directly into the computer that we're using to hope that that fixes the problem.
I'm sure they care.
Okay, you know what? I need to be hurtful. All right, so up next we do have SSA versus Capital. I think we're just about good to go. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, like the Speedsoft and everything is cool, but I'm more enjoying Josh playing with the whistle.
Yeah, we need to make like a super montage of Josh just messing with
Josh, blow it. It's loud. Loud.
Come on.
Come on. Show those gains. Show those gains.
Oh, he's going to get magged on by both teams to get the games on. Yeah. Oh, what game started? Just put mags through him. Stop ruining your voice.
Josh getting a little over-aggressive. His pre-workout's finally kicking in.
Stay hydrated, please. There you go.
As you can see, the camera is following
SSA,
the angry old
30
man.
seconds till disqualification. 15-yard return penalty. I don't know football callouts. Let's go. SSA about to get disqualified. I love how much 3M has taken a role in this entire tournament. There is so much 3M everywhere.
We should just put it everywhere.
Josh's leggings.
We should put it all over the walls.
That guy's jacket.
Should have worn my statics and just have it on the laces.
We get it, you're rich.
What?
I said we get it, you're rich. Alrighty, next round coming up here. SSA Airsoft, sorry, versus Capital. Yeah, you tell him, Tom. Could be a very aggressive game here. Looks like we are good to go, and game is on. Clean break for both teams. Very aggressive play down the middle lane there. Looks like their SSA Airsoft is going to have the first possession. Man, some of these players are really letting their triggers fly. Ooh, oh wow, a very clean sweep, but it looks like there will be a flag on the play. Might be a no-hit call there. But that is a lot of players down. There is only one left, it looks like, and looks like they just go down for SSA. Flag does need to be dropped. I believe we're just going to hand it off at that point because that is everybody. That is going to be round, but we will see. It looks like it might have been a no-hit call. If it is a no-hit call, then that means that would be a round forfeit for Capital, unfortunately. Was quite the play, though. That would have been like a 4, 5-man, something like that. Would have been 4, yeah, 4 players down. But looks like it might have been a no-hit call there. They're going to be resetting, swapping sides. Capital is going to be on our left, SSA on our right. Hey, Josh, was that a no-hit call? 25 Capital, no hit call. That is the official calling on that. So, unfortunately, so does that mean they're at -1 now? Josh, does that mean they're at -1 now? Can we just get a zoom in on his face real quick? Is that possible? All right, so we are gonna. So does that mean score is still 0-0 for this? I don't want to like yell too much because if I do, I'm gonna blow out the microphone. It's gonna hurt me.
Yeah, exactly.
But okay, I believe that's still 0-0 just because of course no one has won a round yet. So Capital's gonna be on our left side, SSA on our right. We are resetting for the next round here. Hopefully everyone's gonna call their hits. We will see though.
Yeah, one can only pray.
We got some players on Capital with an Olympic runner stance getting ready to go right out the gate. Got the hand down and everything. We need like the cap gun. Looks like a clean break from both teams. One player immediately down on Capital. That is a first flag possession for SSA. A lot of corners being played by SSA here. A lot of cover fire being thrown out. That player is a bit stuck in that middle X on SSA. A lot of rounds going out, especially from SSA. That is one thing they have definitely favored on, is putting a bunch of rounds down both sides. That is another flag. Nice, and that is a flag trapped up in the rafters now. Another flag has been thrown on the play, though. Curious to see what this one is going to be. Honestly, not entirely sure, but I believe it might have been for an excessive use of trigger pulling, if you want to call it that. That one player of SSA, though. Oh. Penalty on SSA. The flag actually went out of bounds. Therefore, that is a looks like that's a forfeit. So we are still at 0-0 then. This is gonna be a long game. All right, let's hope they can clean their act up. SSA is gonna be back on our left side. Capital on the right. Any thoughts on the game so far?
It's still 0-0 probably. I have really no thoughts on that. They seem to be like playing pretty equally. However, there's a lot of flags this game, so I don't really have a word in terms of their abilities this game to actually pull out.
Luckily, I mean, the last one is a bit of a simple mistake. It wasn't anything that was like a malicious intent, like a no-hit call.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look like they're doing something on purpose. It's just like small,
Still,
like petty
unfortunately,
stuff in a way. Like they left it with the game, or they
Still
may have
unfortunate
accidentally hit
because
goal.
it will cost them, though.
Yeah.
They could have taken away that round. But
That's the unfortunate part about tournaments. It's not like a general play. If
Yep.
you mess up,
It'll
regardless
cost
on
you.
how petty it is, it's gonna screw you over. So.
All right, so we are on round 3 now, I believe. Clean break from both teams. Looks like first possession is going to go to Capital this time. Yeah, these members of SSA have their triggers tuned very finely. That is gonna be
Ooh,
a trade.
direct trade in the front. Beautiful trade.
Flag is going to be down on the right side now in that center X. Looks like there might be only one number left. Interesting angle to take instead of going around for this Capital player. You'd think they'd go around the back side, but it looks like they're taking a different approach. Oh, I believe that's going to be it anyways. That is Capital going away, and that is a win for him. Alrighty. Round one without any flags. Way to go. Bit of a frustration, it sounds like, coming out of some of the kill boxes on Team SSA, but is that... So I'm assuming that means that's it? If they have penalties, I guess so. All right. Cool. So that is it for that round. We are now going to be swapping over. I believe Bang is already starting to set up on the right side here. Looks like it is going to be, because that was SSA and Capital. So next we have Bang versus Galaxy. I don't believe they have played them yet. No, they have not. This is going to be the first time that, first time that Bang and Galaxy are going to be facing off together. Galaxy, like I said, unfortunately we were not able to catch it on the time we were down on the stream, but Galaxy was able to actually pull away with a win or two against, I believe it was Capital.
I think it was Capital.
It was Capital, yeah.
Yeah.
They were able to pull away with a couple wins. They've gotten a bit better, it looks like, at strategizing. They did get a player swapped out, I believe, for the one that is rushing for that center X, and they were able to get to it a lot faster. They were able to get first possession, and overall it seems like that did have a positive effect on a lot of their gameplay. So going into this next round, we'll see if they can keep that up. as we've seen before in the earlier games, Bang has been quite aggressive. They've been doing pretty well so far, only a couple penalties, but other than that, we're going to turn the attention back to the field, and we'll get ready for this next matchup. It's a very interesting color blue coming out of that member of Galaxy's gun. I don't know if I just saw it for a quick second, but it was like a...
Are you talking about the Tracer?
No, it was I wish it was a Tracer, that'd be cool. But no, it's the filter on their light. I don't know if it was just a blue and I saw it differently, but I wish Mad Bull made Tracers that weren't .12s. Josh just making sure that all players are aware that the flag does not go out of bounds. That will result in a penalty. That's a very harsh penalty, 100 points.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, makes sense. You can't run the football outside of the lines, so no point in taking this flag out of it. What if you do one of those things that like you used to do in basketball though, where like if it's about to go out of bounds and like you just jump, but your feet don't touch the ground, but you still like chuck the flag back in like the ball though? Does that penalize you?
I don't know.
Because like your feet didn't touch the ground. All right, game is underway. Clean break from both teams. Once again, Galaxy being very aggressive with getting that first possession, but again, a very dangerous pop-up shot by one of the members of VIPAirsoft to get that first possession down. Ooh, very clean sweep. Looks like that's going to be everybody. Bang does come away with that one. They just got to grab that flag, cap it, and that'll be round. You know, it's always a bit unfortunate, but there are very few times when players are able to get clean sweeps and there isn't an argument over a no-hit call.
Yeah.
Very, very few times. All right, so it looks like Bang is going to walk away with that one. We are going to now swap sides. Bang is going to be back on our left, Galaxy on our right. Looks like a bit more Morales coming back into the life of Galaxy here. Don't know if we were able to pick up the sound of that chant they were doing, but see if they can pull away with a win. Looks like a bit more issues with the some of the members on VIPAirsoft. Just all the refs talking to each other. Just of I don't even, what would you call it? Like a fake hit call?
Repeat the question?
So basically, they saw a few members on VIPAirsoft basically shoot at a player, but then they put their hand up and put it back down, almost as if they got hit, but then decided not to call it. But it could just be like a knee-jerk reaction, I guess. They're just assuming that they're going to trade. I don't know.
I'm not really sure.
Interesting.
Anyways. It could be assuming that you're going to trade, or it could be them being like getting ready to complain.
Yeah. All right, so back into the round. Looks like Bang once again, man, deja vu going down for Galaxy. They are able to get that first possession, but that member of Bang just goes always up to that middle lane, does the pop shot, and gets him straight out. So it looks like Bang is going to be playing very aggressively. That is going to be every member down. That's going to be it. All right, that is going to be game. Bang is going to walk away with that win once again. It's always confusing when Josh says reset, even though the game's over.
Yep.
Always confusing. I just knocked my own cord down. We're good. My fault.
Trevor's just breaking stuff.
Everything. Breaking everything, dog. Alrighty, so we are going to run probably a very short ad break real quick, but up next for this next game, this is going to be AR Revolution and AZ Speed. So that is going to be the one that's coming up next, I believe. Okay, cool. They're just all talking to each other. So yeah, we're going to do a quick ad run real quick, so be back in just a few minutes when we have AR Revolution and AZ Speed, so just stay tuned, and we'll be back shortly. Alrighty, so we are back now. This is going to be the last game in our round 6 bracket. After this, we're going to have one more round of games, and then at that point, we will take a bit of a break. Probably it's going to be about, I would say, 20 to 30 minutes, something like that.
A 30-minute break.
We just want to make sure that we get all the scores tabulated correctly, and at that point, we will be back with a quarterfinals, and then I believe semifinal, and then final bracket. And then we'll just go ahead and give you guys the rundown for that as we get the information for it. So up next, like I said, this is the last game of the round 6 bracket. It's going to be AR Revolution versus AZ Speed. We're going to turn the attention back towards the field. Looks like we are getting ready to start. We do have AR Revolution on our left, and it's going to be AZ Speed to start off on our right. A lot of conversation going on. Unfortunately, we cannot get a picture of it or a video feed, but a lot of members from Avengers, a lot of discussion going on. Looks like they might be even doing some scouting, if anything, but it's always interesting seeing a lot of the conversations that go on between these Cali players.
It would be an interesting place to scout considering they're in another state, so...
I mean, like for competition, dog.
Maybe for a national
It's for like the competition.
expansion.
Like for the next rounds.
Yeah, but maybe
Alright.
for a national expansion.
AR
we'll see.
Revolution or AZ Speed could be their next coming up enemy. Alright?
So
You
defensive of your
Dude,
Arizona
you know
teams.
what? Alright. Cool. Clean break has started this next round. Members of AR Revolution unfortunately going down immediately, but they do get the first flag possession. Two members stuck once again. One from each team in this middle X here. Always a dangerous, dangerous game to play. There is a rush coming down this bottom lane here. Wait.
Wait, what? Oh, was he out?
I
think he was out of ammo.
Oh, okay. That's unfortunate. All right, so it looks like
Might have
AR
been.
Revolution is going to take that round. We are going to do a reset. Players are going to switch sides, of course, as we've been doing. But AR Revolution is going to be on our right side now. We're going to have AZ Speed moving over to the left. It's always interesting, you know, because you have so many of these teams that are like so hardcore serious. They got like the team shirts, call outs, call signs, all that stuff. It's a nice breath of fresh air to see AZ Speed just rocking in super casual clothes. Reminds me of Salty Dogs, man. Rip Salty Dogs. If y'all are out there watching this, we miss you guys, man. All right, we were rooting for you. Sad they didn't come back or play the rest of the tournament. No tea, no shade, all lemonade, but we miss you guys. They waving to each other? Looks like a... Oh, AR Revolution is not giving him anything back, though. All right, AZ Speed trying to give a little friendly wave, but AR Revolution is not having it. They came to win. All right, that is game on for this next round here. Clean break from both teams. AR Revolution once again going to take the first possession of the flag. Some AZ Speed members going down right off the bat. They always seem to forget that player that's in that middle X there. They do get the flag cap off, though. Do they not cap? Oh, they did cap the flag. It's Josh has not ended the round yet. He pinned it. Huh? Oh, yeah, shot. By who?
Oh.
Okay. All right. I guess there was a bit of confusion there on the field. Looks like the player before they were able to pin it, unfortunately, got shot. So, other person to step in and get that. All right. Here we go. Now we are starting the... I need to stop doing that. I swear. I'm going to literally, like...
Trevor's too irresponsible with audio
I know,
equipment.
man. It's brutal. This is the start of our round 7 bracket. SSA versus Avengers. Oof. This is going to be
Two
fun.
aggressive teams.
Here's my thing. SSA can really put rounds down the field, but Avengers just has that, like... They have like the mechanics of just staying in their own lanes and just knowing how to move up at certain times together or separately. They just kind of have it down. So I'm curious to see how the firepower will outmatch the skill of this California team. Now, I kind of want to ask. I mean, they went with a team name. Why don't they just say like Avengers Assemble on 3?
Copyright.
I mean, like, yeah, but
Copyright.
I guess if they're I guess some of them have GoPros. If they're gonna do like a montage, they can't really. That sucks. That's brutal, man. Alright, it looks like the game is pretty much just about ready to get underway here. Both teams are ready to go inside of their boxes, just waiting for the official call for the ref. There is some last-minute conversation though going down. Looks like they have a player without a gun.
Haven't seen this before.
Wait, hold on. Oh, okay. That was weird. He just doesn't... Okay, never mind. I guess that was... He was actually about to start without a gun. I'm kind of confused by that, but okay, we'll see what happens. I don't even know. I kind of wanted him to go without a gun. That would have been cool. See what he's doing.
In a straight Spider-Man motion right now.
Alrighty, that is game on. Clean break for both teams. SSA, unfortunately, ooh, man. That member from Bang was trying to get that flag possession. SSA was able to grab it, and they were able to get the pick off from that member of Bang in that middle X there. Members from SSA moving up pretty hard on this left side. I believe this guy with the high cap, is he having feeding issues? Oh, no, I guess not. Definitely not. All right, that is going to be the win away for SSA. Very beautiful play there from that player, though. That is one of the rare moments I was talking about where there was a nice sweep there, but there actually wasn't any complaints about a no-hit call, apparently. So, hats off to you, sir.
Have Bane entering the field right now. Not for their game, just to observe.
Stole that bracket. I did it again. Okay, you know what, dude? It's just... I keep knocking the cord off, and like it doesn't like break anything, but it's annoying because like
extremely.
Sorry, that was also, that was also death. That was horrible. We need like windscreens. We need like pop filters, whatever, dude. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're figuring it out. We're making it work. It's all good. I live in Gilbert, dude. So. Ask that ref over there. Alrighty, so it looks like we are getting ready. This is going to be the potential final rounds, unless there are any penalties. Clean break for both sides. Looks like that SSA member tried to go again for that pop shot off that first possession, but they unfortunately were not able to make it connect. They do get caught out. The flag does almost fall out of bounds. That could have been a really bad penalty for them. SSA trying to hold down those corners. Members of Bang, though, are starting to overwhelm them, unfortunately. I believe there's only one member left of SSA. Looks like that's going to be it. That is clean for Bang Airsoft. Not Bang. Avengers. I think I just said Bang this entire round, too. Avengers. Anytime I said Bang, just imagine I said Avengers. All right. So that is going to be it for that. What was the announcement just made there? Okay. One of the refs just made an announcement. I missed it, though. That is going to be it, though. Avengers is going to walk away with the win for that on the second game for the brackets. What's up? I know. Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was here. Huh.
Anyways, yeah. So wait, I believe we're doing another round. Okay.
I believe so.
I'm really bad at keeping score of these things, man. I have no idea. But they're doing their thing. 1-1. There we go. Thank you, Josh. Thanks, cutie. But, yeah, so it's going to be 1-1 now. We are going to be swapping sides. Avengers is going to be on our left. SSA is going to be on our right. It's a really interesting play that, I mean, obviously they do have one player from each side going for that middle X, but twice now SSA has gotten straight to the first possession. They're able to grab the flag off the top, and they pop off the shot in the center X on the member from Avengers. So a bit unfortunate for them, the members of Avengers, because it gets them one man down really early on. All right, this is going to be the round-winning game now. Clean break from both teams. Again, they are doing that same play. SSA is able to walk away with it, but unfortunately he does go down. That is, I believe, 3 members down real quick on SSA. Member of Bang trying to get possession of that flag. Unfortunately, it is around the wrong side of the Exo. Members of Bang are starting to close in, or Bang Avengers. I keep saying Bang. Members of Avengers starting to really close in now on the enemy team. Looks like that is going to be it. They did get the flag cap off. They are shooting at a wall.
Looks like he did pin it.
Good job, guys. Avengers really knows how to put it to a wall, man. I guess they were under the impression there was a player there.
Looks like that is game right there.
All right, now that is game. Avengers is going to walk away with that one. Up next, we do have...
All right, looks up next we got Bang and Capital.
Awesome, cool. So I was curious about that. We didn't have the bracket at first, so...
Yeah.
Alrighty, cool. So Bang and Capital are going to be up next. 2 once again of our Arizona native teams. Even though, honestly, most of them are Arizona native except for Avengers, but... I'm curious. We need to find out. I'm not 100% sure if Galaxy is from out of state or not. I don't believe they are, but...
I really don't know where they are. I'm going to be honest. I haven't even heard of them before.
They were. We made an official post for all the team listings, and that was actually the one team. I mean, obviously I was confused by Avengers because I didn't know that was the collaboration of the Cali teams. But I saw Galaxy, and that was actually one that I had never heard of before. So now I gotta ask, who would win in a match, Salty Dogs or Galaxy? It's a legitimate question. Who do you think will pull it off?
Galaxy.
Yeah?
Galaxy.
Alright. Okay. Any reasoning behind that?
Salty Dogs doesn't go out and practice. It doesn't seem like anymore. We don't really see them at all.
Are they a team still?
I don't even know. I'm going to be dead honest with you. It may have just been like a patched together team for the event.
Yeah.
I'm not fully sure.
Capital with the team chance starting off strong. Josh, our head ref, moving the obstacle back. Being as responsible as he can be.
I keep thinking he's hitting a jewel or something every time he puts it in his mouth. Just like right in the middle of the field. I'm like, what are you doing?
Minding his own business. Just doing a fatty ghost, dude.
Right in the center.
Cody Ko jokes so bad, but I can't because children. Oh, man. Anyone out there knows who I'm talking about, you know. If you know, you know. But, yeah. Anyways, Capital versus Bang Airsoft coming out. Capital on our right. There we go. I know my directions. Capital on our right, Bang on our left. He didn't blow the whistle. Way to go, Josh. Man, that player from Capital was...
slid right into it.
He sent it. Like, that was
full send. There's no better definition of full send than that.
100%. All right, well, that was a... so is that a false start times like 10? Or... Hey, Josh. Josh, don't do that again. Don't do that again. Alrighty. Let's see if we actually get a whistle blow. There we go. Clean break now from both teams on an actual whistle call. No one on Bang Airsoft went for the flag possession. All members actually hung back. That was an interesting play choice there. It is going to give Capital easy first possession. They do have the players still stuck in that middle X. One member of Bang is pushing around this close lane, putting a lot of firepower down, trying to get a nice little sweep around. Looks like he might get it off, and he almost does. Very close. A member from Capital was unfortunately ready for him there. They do have one member waiting for him still. One member, and he's going to go down. Looks like they're going to walk away with that win there. Oh,
looks like Robbie and that member will trade right there. However, indeed. Angel will bring it for the win.
That is rounds. Josh didn't mess up the whistle blow this time. Good job, Josh. All right, we are now resetting for the second official round of this game. Bang is going to be moving over to our right, Capital on our left. Very interesting choice to... they didn't have a single member from Bang go to that center X right there, so... I mean, it ended up working out for him. It did give Capital the early possession points, though, so that is a plus for them. That was a $35 mag that just got chucked up into the air and then dropped. That's unfortunate. Wow. All right. The only issue was your horrible whistleblowing skills. Huh? Do you know what happens? Like everyone just like, yeah. I think it's because they heard him give a countdown, but he never actually blew the whistle or something. I don't know. Anyways, we are getting into round 2 here. Once again, Capital on our left, Bang on our right. Let's see if Bang decides to go with a repeat of that play, not having a member go for that first possession. Who knows, it might work out for him again. If you actually notice, they do have a member from VIPAirsoft does have a player with 2 feet outside the box completely.
Absolutely horrific.
Are the refs gonna call it?
I doubt it.
Yeah, probably not. You know what I mean? Alrighty, that is a clean break off from both teams. One member of Capital, 2 actually down immediately right off the break. Bang is actually going to go for that first possession. Capital switching it up, not going for anyone for the flag grab either. One member of Bang does try to go up that first side. A member of Bang doing a bit of a fake out almost. Having some feeding issues almost, it looked like.
Ooh, he's going to slam right into that wall.
I believe that. Oh, there is still one member of Bang that is trapped in the back lines.
Once again, being Ryan.
Still looks like it's a 1v1 scenario. He could actually pull away with the win here.
No, it should be a 2v1.
One member of Capital on that far end playing very, very defensively, not giving any room. Look at this. This can actually get him in trouble. He does not realize that there's still a member in play. This can get him in trouble.
There it is.
You got to clear your corners first, man.
Yeah, you got to check everything.
That'll get you the loss doing stuff like that. That's brutal. Absolutely heart-wrenching. We're going to feel bad man in the chat. Clap.
Sad Titanic
Pepe
song.
hands. Right? I don't know if we have that allowed on our chat. You can get
Just
Pepe
blast
hands
Celine
thrown up
Dion
there.
in the background.
Anyways, that's going to be another... man, it's unfortunate, but got to check those corners, man. Captain Price said it best. Check those corners. Ryan did not want to do that. Unfortunately, it did cost him the round for that. So we are going to reset, looks like. We do have Bang on our left. We're having Capital back on our rights.
So you do know your directions?
Sometimes.
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 Yeah.
Hey, look at that. I closed my move ring for the day.
Huh.
God, I hate that so much. Round 5? That was like round 7.
This is round 7.
That's what I thought. Yeah, because we got Bang and Capital, yeah. Alright, so after this we are going to have AR Revolution on a bye round. This is going to be their round for the pass, and then we are going to have AZ Speed versus Galaxy for our final round in the qualifying match brackets. We do have players playing tap out on our right side here. It sounds like they are actually communicating using different signals of Polar Star solenoids. I've heard there's an ancient Mesopotamian language that involves Polar Stars, but I've never actually been able to decipher it. Clean break from both sides. Here, this is going to be the final round, it looks like, for the matchup here. Capital is they're actually able to get that first possession. It's really interesting. Every time the team has been on this left side here, they've had a player not go up to the X there. They don't worry about that first possession, but they do have a player from Bang running around that far side there, getting a couple kills off before they get snagged, and it looks like Bang is going to be able to capture this one off. Members from Capital, unfortunately, falling short, and that is going to be the win. Bang, it does walk away with that one. But yeah, it's very interesting. I've seen it. Every team now in this last round do this. Every time they start on the left side, they won't have a player go to that middle X. Whenever they're on the right side, they'll send someone over. But the left side, they don't do it. I mean, it's been seeming to work out, I guess, but interesting play call for sure.
Well, one thing I am noticing is that it's actually less obstructed on that side to get to the X. Because if you check the position of this compared to that door versus that position of that door, if you start right there, it's a straight
line,
shot.
Yeah.
Right here, you have to actually dodge.
You have to pretty much start completely on the far.
Yeah, you have to start on the far right side to even
side.
have a chance to getting a straight shot. Yeah. So it makes more sense, I guess, for them to not do it.
Definitely. But yeah, so once again, this is going to be the last round of our qualifying bracket. It is going to be AZ Speed versus Galaxy. Attention to all players coming up this walkway. If you could not talk super loudly, that'd be great. Love you, Robbie. But yeah, so that's going to be the last round coming up here. It's going to be AZ Speed versus Galaxy. After that, we're going to go ahead and take a bit of a break. Probably going to be about 20, maybe 30 minutes. Could be shorter than that, could be longer. But we'll keep you updated with all these scores as soon as we get them in. We'll go ahead and just post updates and all that stuff. So go ahead and grab food, get a drink, whatever. Do what you want to do. Go
whatever
play
you guys
Airsoft
do.
or something.
Just go play Airsoft for 30 minutes.
Session. Oh, it hasn't even started yet. Never mind. You can't even do it. Anyways, So yeah, I believe we're actually getting just about everyone to their boxes now. Looks like
And
we're
then
going to
who is this set up right now?
over to the fields. This is AZ Speed versus
AZ
Galaxy.
Speed and Galaxy.
Very loud
Alright.
chant coming over from the team Galaxy. Let's hope they can pull away with the win on this one. This is going to be once again the last game of the brackets. Is Josh even up here? I just realized Josh is not up here. He is, we're all waiting for Josh.
Isn't this ironic?
Waiting for Josh. There's some interesting gun tactics coming out from some of the members of Galaxy. One was very. We could turn our attention to the left side of the field there. That was a couple. I mean, who knows? It might pay off for him, Cotton. It's a bold strategy. I do like pumpkins, Cotton. Oh man. Man, Josh is about to get penalized for delay of game here, man. This is just getting out of hand. Give the man a whistle, and he thinks he can just be on any schedule he wants. Do we have eyes
He's late
on
for his
Josh?
Foot Locker
Is he
shift.
dead? Said he'd be right back. That was like 5 minutes ago.
Define right back.
Josh went home,
Gotcha.
guys. He's gone.
And he's leaving.
He is gone. Just talking to Tom.
Can we get a Josh cam?
Hey, can we just grab this one, turn around, throw it on Josh real quick? Interesting. All right. So up, I believe right now should be the official brackets, or the official scores so far for all the teams. Looks like in first place we are through. Oh, this is for round 5, through round 5 it looks like. So these are the scores being tabulated through round 5 so far as they've been sent to us. We will get all the ones tabulated up through 7 as soon as we get them in and we get them all put together. Looks like Avengers, the team from Cali, they are going to be in first place. AR Revolution coming in second at 990, pretty close behind them. And then we do have third and fourth place being SSA and Bang. And then after that followed by Capital. Then we do have AZ Speed and then Galaxy. So some of those teams trailing pretty far behind. Looks like they're not going to be making it into the quarterfinals bracket, but we're going to turn the attention back over to the field. These teams are ready to go. Galaxy on our left, AZ Speed on our right. Game is now underway. Clean break from both sides. There's the first possession off on Galaxy. Unfortunately, one member does fall short there on their team. A lot of heavy fire coming down the right side from AZ Speed. They do have this one member that always plays this middle X. There's a flag.
There is a flag thrown right there.
Yeah. Nice flank coming around from a member of AZ Speed. I am curious to see what this flag is going to be for, though. Who knows? It could be against AZ Speed. Could cost them the round. Alrighty. I believe we're going to get Josh coming down here. He will confirm with the refs on the penalty, and we'll go ahead and get an update.
He has really been enjoying using those flags.
Oh, he's loving it, yeah. Let's see what he says. Hey, Mr. Josh. Hey, Josh. What happened? All right, I guess Josh is going to be explaining. Looks like it might be towards a member of Galaxy if we can get the attention towards the right side of the field. Looks like they're having a conversation now. Looks like it could be a no-hit call, but who knows? Anything we do need to get Josh one of those like lav mics so we can just like always turn it up and just make like hand signs for no hit. So it's against AZ Speed there. Oof, that's going to be unfortunate.
Yeah, I guess a no-hit call on number 28
I
over
do
there.
wonder that on games like this where it's the first round, if no one has won a round yet and one team gets penalized, does that mean they only have to win one round?
So are you asking if they get a
the
round?
score is 0-0. So does that mean now that this team only has to win one game because they got penalized?
Believe so.
It's unfortunate.
Not 100% on that, though. So.
Yeah, we'll see, I guess. I mean, if Galaxy does pull away with the win on this one and that is game, then I would have answered our question, but we'll see. So yeah, unfortunately it was a no-hit call for the player on AZ Speed. We are resetting now. Galaxy is back to our right side, AZ Speed on our left. We are now waiting for Josh to get back up to his perch. All right, game is now underway. Galaxy once again does have that first possession. Member of AZ Speed was trying to get a little peek off, but it did not connect. Unfortunately, it does go down in the middle. There was a solid flank off from AZ Speed. Wow.
Wow.
Looks like, was that a team kill towards the end? Or? Oh, wow, the jumping high five. Nice vertical there. Very impressive vertical. Looks like that might be it. They just need to clear the corners, make sure everyone is actually down. Grab the flag, and then hang it up. Do you actually know where the flag went down? I didn't see it.
I didn't even see where it went. Oh, there it is.
Still at the X. Cool.
Hidden into the X.
As always. Alrighty. So that is going to be a reset. Looks like Galaxy does take that first round. Unfortunately, though, they did get penalized for that first one. So, or no, they did not. So wait, if they're resetting now, let's see. I'm so confused.
We'll just wait for Josh to give you an explanation for it.
Here's what happened. I just got really confused.
Leave the man in the striped shirt.
Let's see. Josh said that's game. I'm so confused by that, I'm going to be honest. Because AZ Speed was penalized the first time for a no-hit call, but then AZ Speed just won. And that's game? Maybe Josh can explain that to us real quick.
Hey, Josh. So that's game? That's all the regular games now we're going to...
Was AZ Speed not penalized for the first game, though? Did they get penalized for the first game?
It was Galaxy.
Galaxy had the no-hit call? Okay. All right, so it looks like that was a bit of miscommunication then. So it was Galaxy that did receive a no-hit call instead of AZ Speed as we originally thought. So AZ Speed did win that first one on default, so to speak, by the penalty, and then they just got the flag cap on the last round. So that is a win for AZ Speed. That's going to give them a bit more points. And like we said, we are currently starting to tabulate all the scores for the last 7 rounds for every single team. And at that point, as soon as we get them uploaded and pretty much all calculated, we'll go ahead and throw them up on the scoreboard for you guys. But like we said, we're going to take a bit of a break now. So go get some food, go get some water. I know I'm going to go do that because I'm dying up here.
Same.
But, we're going to take a bit of a break here. We'll run some ads. I believe we will have the scoreboard rolling through kind of in rotation with that as well, just so you can kind of get a bit of an update as we give you guys updates. And at that point, we'll be back. So make sure you stay tuned. We are going to give the quarterfinal bracket after this, and then we'll move on to semifinals, I believe, and then the finals.
Finals.
So opinions on the tournament so far? So far?
Gotcha.
So far?
Anyways.
How's it been going?
It's been going pretty well. The only problem I have with it is that it is, unfortunately, it seems like we're getting a lot of no-hit calls compared to the last tournament that we had.
Definitely.
Honestly, it's kind of like iffy on this. I don't know what's up with it, to be honest with you. I'm not going to call out specific teams because it's not okay to do that. But
Josh, you want to call any specific teams for cheating? Wow. Okay.
Wow, had no remorse
SSA,
on that.
put on
Absolutely
blast.
no
Sorry,
remorse.
guys.
Anyways. Okay,
Galaxy number 28, he said.
Copy that. All right. Anyways, it seems like the sportsmanship isn't at the best right now, and it seems like there may be like bad morale right now. It seems like people are picking up now since it's getting later in the day. People probably aren't as tired from just waking up in the morning and having to go play Airsoft instantaneously. So adrenaline's starting to kick in. However, I just would like to see more sportsmanship, stuff like that, with people realizing that while this is, yes, a competitive tournament, it is also still like a hobby, it's a game and stuff like that. There is no reason to get super salty and start yelling at the other team for no reason.
Definitely.
Or getting upset. You got shot. Sorry, you got shot. Deal with it, play the game.
I think a lot of that definitely also depends on which two teams are playing each other, just because with overall history of whether it was from last tournament or it's even this tournament, if it started from the beginning where one team thinks one other isn't calling their hits, it's going to just instantly create a bunch of like bad blood in the air, and it's not going to be a good time. So just remember to just always take a breath, get some water, just relax. Remember, again, like you said, it's a game, and generally, I mean, like it's not going to be with every team, but you will notice there are those specific teams. I'm not going to say them, but they always just kind of seem to have a bit more of a not so sportsman-like attitude towards the other, but you know.
And it's not even just teams in general; it could be specific players on teams.
Of course, we even saw that last tournament.
Yeah.
But that's always kind of a given thing with just about any competitive activity that exists. So, anyways, like we said, just as a bit of a wrap up, we'll go ahead and get the scoreboard updated as soon as we can. We're going to be gone for a few minutes. By a few, I mean probably like 15, 20. Maybe even up to 30.
Probably
just kind of all depends. We'll just say 30 to be safe. But make sure you stay tuned. Go get some food, water, whatever. We'll see you guys then. We will have the setups for the quarterfinals, and then we'll move on to the semifinals and then the finals. So, yeah, that's going to be it for now. Make sure you stay tuned. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Alrighty, so we are back for the quarterfinal brackets for the tournament. We do have pretty much every team now tallied up at this time. We are going to throw you guys the scoreboard real quick. This is just going to show you the general standings of all teams as of where we're at right now. So AR Revolution is now at the top team as what it looks like, 1,240 points, following very close behind with Avengers with 1,225. And then third place is Bang with 1,010, and then finally we have SSA with 895. Those are going to be our final teams for the quarterfinals. We actually have the first game set up right now. It is going to be Bang Airsoft versus Avengers. So going to be an interesting game for sure. We pretty much have everyone ready to go at this point. Josh is going over the final rules for the quarterfinal bracket. We'll recap in a minute.
So this is the one time I actually am going to ask you right now. What do you think is going to happen in this, like prediction-wise, between Bang and?
Hold on. Okay. So basically, what Josh the ref is saying, just as like a final rundown for the quarterfinal bracket, this is going to be a best of 3. So it doesn't really matter. It does not necessarily matter how many points you get. This is simply going till eliminations. Whoever wins, whoever has like the flag cap or the most eliminations, like if the team gets out, they will win that. There's not really as much of a point system here unless it results in a tie. Basically now if there's a penalty, those count really bad. That'll pretty much automatically lose the round for you, kind of same as always. But you just definitely don't want to have to worry about it anyways. In terms of who's going to win this matchup right here, honestly, my money is on Avengers. They just honestly, like, they have a lot of overall experience with it. Bang has been doing really good this tournament for sure, but overall, I think Avengers just has like I said it before, they have a really solid line on just communication, positioning, all that stuff. So we'll see. This round's about to start. We're waiting for Josh to get up in his perch. I do think if Bang plays their cards right, if their players learn to check the corners, if they can actually figure that out this time, then I think they do have a chance, but all right, let's get the first whistle call of our quarterfinal bracket. Here we go, and the quarterfinals are now off to a start. Both teams clean break on each side. It looks like Bang did not have a player go up to that first bracket. There is still, the first X. That flag is still up on the side. You notice now that the play styles are a bit different now because the flag doesn't necessarily matter. They're trying to go for eliminations. That's what you really want to focus on. You want to get that enemy team down so that you have an advantage against them.
We're seeing something weird on Team Bang right now. They seem to be playing very reserved right now. Maybe the whole fight or thing between them being the semifinals or quarterfinals right now is actually getting to them.
Looks
and unfortunately, that looks like it did affect them during this game.
Definitely.
There was a serious lack of aggression during this game, so hopefully they'll be able to bring it back before it messes them up.
Yeah, definitely an interesting play call for sure to have them go all the way just kind of like completely reserved, because I think the farthest they had a player up was at the first close window to our left here. Mm-hmm. But other than that, they were all playing kind of back towards the far corner over on the other side of the tower. But we'll see if they're going to change up the strategy or if that's just going to be something they're sticking with. It was an interesting choice. Like I said, the flag cap doesn't really matter so much this time just because they're going for the elimination. So it's interesting to see the different play styles change just because of that. Bang didn't even have anyone going for that center X, Avengers decided to take the risk, but, it paid off.
While that tactic may work, unfortunately, I don't think it's going to work against Avengers.
Yeah.
Avengers is a very aggressive team. They're just going to push onto you, even if you do play reserve, so you're not going to have a lot of time to sit there and plan that out.
They play really well off of picks, so they know that if they get one person that's watching a side, if that person goes down, they'll focus very heavily on it, and it'll pretty much play to their favor, so that they'll try and just tip the scales, so that if they see one person go down, they just... they pretty much either have one or two guys just focus down that lane and then just pretty much loop around and then try to clear off everybody else. So definitely a solid tactic. Like I said, that's just something that these Cali guys have just from the experience. They know how to play the fields right. But round 2 about to kick off here, making sure everyone else is not a part of the match is off the field, of course. Avengers is going to be on our left side of Bang on our right. Let's see if Bang can come back for this one. If not, I believe that is going to be the round, and Bang will be eliminated into the 4th place.
We are seeing another reserve play, this time from both teams, it seems like now.
Bang off to, very solid start. Looks like 2 members of Avengers already down. All members on Bang are still up, it looks like.
Bang is taking over right now, however, there are still 2 Avengers in the back right.
A nice sweep around there by Bang. Looks like they're going to be taking this.
Looks like it's going to tie it up right now.
Score is now 1-1. They just got to get that flag up. As soon as they do that, that'll end the round.
This is where stuff's getting really nerve-wracking for them, guaranteed, because I guarantee you Avengers may be having a little bit of nerve-wracking. However, they've already been through this plenty of times in their Cali games and stuff like that. With Bang being a new team, I'm kind of curious to see how they play under pressure.
Definitely. I think it was also nice to have that bit of a break just so teams can take a minute to re-strategize, think about what they wanted to do. I think a lot of teams, just from seeing the scoreboard, even before we had the final numbers, had a solid idea of where they were going to be on the bracket, if they even made the finals bracket. But
you are noticing nerve tensions and stuff like that, though, because there is actually a lack of communication that, from what we have seen earlier. There's not as much talking. There's not as much of that.
People are starting to focus in more just kind of on those one-on-one engagements.
I guess we'll have to see if that's going to be to their detriment or not.
You notice, too, there's a very heavy focus on the far side on this Team Avengers here. They're
probably due to the cover.
Yeah, they're not really so evenly spread out as you would see like this team over here, Bang. But clean break off on both sides. One on the Avengers immediately goes down. One for Bang as well. Again, Bang choosing to keep a lot of their members in the back line. Avengers did have one player go to that first middle X, but a nice
completely moving the entire X right now. Oh, and he is going to take that hit.
Really solid play and aggressive. Is that going to be it? Looks like it. I think that's everybody. Yeah, okay. They're just doing some final corner checking. But anyways, yeah, very solid aggressive plays coming out from Bang that time around. You didn't really see them doing a lot of that stuff earlier. But it's great to see that aggressiveness for sure. But
this is one thing that you could say with all the legacy players and everything on Team Avengers right now is you could see how he's running around at this point. You could see that he actually is into the game. He's actually showing aggression even after it's played, even though you can see all the other teams, they'll just grab the flag and walk.
Definitely.
You can see that they're always at 100, and that's actually going to keep them to their advantage because their focus is helping them a lot. However, good job for Bang, especially for their first tournament, especially for a team that was just assembled maybe a couple months ago.
Definitely, yeah. And for sure it's hard because they're mainly a Gilbert-focused team, and we don't have as much of the... we are getting an update from Josh. Just one moment, actually. Okay. He's just letting us know the team's playing next. So we do have SSA and AR Revolution. But anyways, back to the topic. Bang, they're more of a Gilbert-focused team. The Speed QB and the Speedsoft scene is definitely focused a lot more up here at Phoenix. Obviously we have the arena for it. Gilbert, it's not really so much the same there. But it is definitely nice to see that they are actually coming up and they're having some pretty solid strategies. They're playing very aggressively. Like you said, it's their first tournament out here, so they're doing pretty well for what they got done. 4th place first time around. Not bad at all. But I believe, so we have SSA's pretty much in their boxes, ready to go. All the rest are just kind of getting their final scores tallied up and all that. So we're going to be getting that underway very shortly. I believe we're just making sure everyone's cleared off because there's a bit of stragglers. We actually had a bit of an issue before the last game even ended because, I mean, obviously once all the players on a team are down, they kind of are all just like, okay, cool, game's kind of over. But you got to wait till that flag has been hung up on the far side because Josh actually was starting to yell at some of the players because they started walking back into the middle of the field when the game wasn't over. So, yeah. Got to just make sure that you're listening out for the whistle calls, all that stuff. Just make sure that the ref actually tells you the game has been over or the round has been ended. And at that point, then you are free to walk back on the arena. But, yeah, so I believe, we have SSA AR Revolution coming up next. AR Revolution, I believe, is our top seed in the bracket right now. They do have the most points, only by a little bit, though. Not that it matters too much at this point now because we're just going for wins, but I think this is going to be really interesting. They've played each other before, AR Revolution and SSA, and they're two both just very, very aggressive teams. SSA being known this tournament at least for just kind of having a few guys stick to the back lines, putting rounds down relentlessly. And AR Revolution, overall, they are just a very aggressive team. They know how to, I would say that they have a much more well-rounded team in the sense that a lot of their players, like pretty much any one of them, are very comfortable with picking any corner they need to go down, any lane they need to go down to take out someone from a certain corner. But SSA definitely has a lot of their team focused more on those back lines while they have a couple guys kind of push up. But we are going to be getting into this next game very, very soon. We just have pretty much everyone waiting to get up in their boxes. We have AR Revolution on our left, SSA on the right. This is the second round of our quarterfinal bracket to see. I keep calling it quarterfinal. This is the semifinals. I keep calling it that because we only have 4 teams left.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the semifinal bracket. Sorry about that. I keep calling quarter. Two very aggressive teams right off the middle, going down that center X lane. SSA still focusing on those back lanes like they've been doing all tournament long, putting so many rounds down. I mean, you can hear that thing firing off. He's just going to town on his trigger, but we do have a solid wraparound from a member of AR Revolution, or from SSA, sorry. Taking out quite a few members of AR Revolution. There was a bit of confusion there. But that looks like that will be the wrap for SSA. They got every member of AR Revolution down now. They're just looking to clear it out, make sure everything's good. They just got to hang the flag up, and then that'll be it for this round. But yeah, it looks like there's a bit of confusion over on the player on the far left side of the arena. I believe he was under the impression that a teammate might have been getting him with friendly fire or something. He was a bit unaware of what was really kind of happening. But either way, yeah, that will be the first round going to SSA. We're not going to be swapping sides. SSA is going to be back on our left, AR Revolution on the right.
While these are two aggressive teams, I am surprised that AR did not pull out on this first one right here. However, you did still see that they did not neglect their prior aggression right there. They did definitely run up. They did rush and everything. Unfortunately, they did not have the reaction time or anything to be able to get the two guys right there.
It seems like sometimes AR can be a bit too aggressive, you know, because they almost have like completely polar opposite play styles with the two teams here. Because AR Revolution, they'll have a couple guys hang back sometimes, but inevitably
very
almost
headstrong.
Everyone on their team, just kind of starts to push up a bit. But because of that, they might make mistakes. And with how many small open windows and cracks there are, the players have started to learn where those spots are, so they can kind of just pre-fire those peaks. So as soon as that player runs around, they're already out. And that's kind of played a bit into the favor of SSA here, just because they play a bit more defensively than everyone else this tournament. But round two about to be underway. Once again, SSA on our left, AR Revolution on our right. Scores 1-0 in favor of SSA. Players starting to get really riled up here for the semifinal match. This is going to determine who is going to third place and who is playing in the finals for first and second. One player does go down for SSA. We do have the flag grab on the member in that middle X there. AR Revolution did not have anyone go for that middle X. A tactic that we have seen quite a bit in the semifinals here. That is now looks like three members down for SSA. AR Revolution with a bit of an advantage here. Member in the middle does go down, that flag does drop. Looks like SSA is down to maybe one player, if not, they might be completely cleared. Now it looks like there is at least one more player on SSA, they just gotta go and find him. Ooh,
that nice one tap.
Situational awareness is very key in a game like this, and I mean, even when you hear someone's shoes squeaking that loud, you'd think that'd be some sort of telltale sign, but AR Revolution has taken that.
So it looks like they did actually switch up the tactic. Instead of being super headstrong, they actually did pull back a little bit and started thinking about it because they had plenty of time to push. However, they wanted to actually see where they were. So that's actually a good job on AR.
Yeah. Score is now 1-1. Very interesting game so far. I'm happy these haven't been complete sweeps. You can definitely tell that these teams that are in the top brackets, they have played very hard. They are both pretty equally matched. And it is nice to see
pretty
that.
Equally tired.
It's no fun seeing a clean sweep in like the semifinals or the finals. It's just boring at that point, but at least they're making these a bit interesting. So this is going to be the final match, I believe, of this semifinal game right here. This is going to determine who is in third place and who is going to be moving on to the finals. And Josh is throwing flags to have fun at this point, but yeah, now I think we're having some final consultation with the refs. But for this final match, SSA is going to be on our right, AR Revolution on our left. Any predictions?
On them?
Yeah.
It's hard to tell. That's not just a cop-out either. It's genuinely hard to tell between the two of them because just showing right now how they've tied it up is just kind of proof that they're pretty equally matched. So it's just kind of be who gets it shot off first.
There might have... Oh, no. Ouch. Oh, wow. Wow. And that is a Cinderella story wrap for AR Revolution. SSA is Wow. SSA is moving to the finals because of a technicality on a no-hit call. That's got to be incredibly frustrating. 5-minute break there, call. So we'll just kind of go ahead and dive into that a bit more just so we can kind of explain that a bit. So apparently there was a no-hit call. It was a bit of a late announcement for everyone else here, but one of the members on AR Revolution was hit with a no-hit call, and because the score was already going to be 1-1, that resulted in a loss, therefore giving SSA that second win they needed in the best of three match there. So that's brutal. That's got to be incredibly frustrating for AR Revolution. I mean, it's little things like that. This is where it counts. If it's something that you as a team need to work on, whether it's like just, I guess, getting better at hit calling. I don't even know how you would practice that, but I mean,
less gear.
I guess, yeah. Well, I think what it was.
That one player did have a massive play carrier on.
They had I believe it's because it was the top of the beanie. That's why it was a loose part of the top of the beanie. That's what I think Josh was pointing to, and.
But we still are not sure.
Yeah, it wasn't a full rundown of it, but
So for any people who are not
into Speedsoft, BKB, whatever the game type is that you want to call it. Essentially, one of the thing is a lot of people are like, oh, they're just running around with the shirts, stuff like that. It's not like Airsoft. But it's kind of important in these measures because you actually do get penalized. It's not just getting yelled at a ref. It means this entire journey that you made can be completely set off just because you may have not have felt something, even if it wasn't on purpose.
It means
it
they
can
have
completely
third place
turn you
now
off.
Instead of possibly getting first.
Yeah, it means it can completely turn everything that you work for off just by something simple as wearing too much gear. So that's why you see a lot of people sitting here wearing t-shirts, stuff like that, very minimal stuff, because of course you want to move fast, but of course you also don't want to accidentally cheat because it can screw you over in the end, which is not good at all.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we had the cameras on the field for when that did go down. I believe we might have, but on the left side where we did have AR Revolution in their box, you could just see as soon as Josh started making the call out, it was just every single player on AR Revolution was up in arms. It was absolute frustration, which, I mean, it's understandable. You know, you get this far, you get the top seed in the qualifying brackets, and then you get tripped with the technicality, and that costs you the tournament. So interesting turn of events for sure. We are going to take a quick break, though, just to run some ads for you guys real quick. We're going to be back with the final game, and then that's going to be it. So go ahead and stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few minutes. We're just going to get the last teams filed in here, and then we'll see you guys then. Alrighty. So, we apologize for the technical difficulties once again. We are actually in our semifinal game right now. They are playing for third place. It is Bang versus AR Revolution. We're
Well,
gonna
it's
head
just a loser's bracket, not
losers
necessarily
bracket,
the
sorry.
yeah, not the
Losers bracket.
semifinal.
Yeah.
We were just alerted about this before we knew the stream went down.
Yeah.
So what they're basically doing right now is they're playing for their third place position to be able to bring it back.
Yeah.
At least get something out of it.
Hopefully. We're going to turn the attention back to the field, though. Game is about to start. AR Revolution did take this first round, so let's see how it goes this time. Both teams definitely playing quite defensively. It seems like it's been pretty common to see that one team has one player go to the X, but it's never really both teams. They always have either one side playing very reserved, the other going a bit. That was a team kill there, but it looks like it's not going to matter. Oh, we do have a player with a gun malfunction, it looks like down here. Actually, 2 gun malfunctions. Seems like it might have been a hop-up issue, this player down here on a... Oh, he's got a pistol now. This is a 1v1. Oh, no, 1v2 scenario, it looks like maybe? 1v3. We do have one player left alive for Bang. This is, I believe, a 2v1 scenario.
Seems like there's a little anger over there.
Yeah. I believe there were some gun malfunctions going down on this close lane to us. It seemed like his hop-up was having issues. Just vomiting out BBs maybe 5 feet, then it just gave up. He actually did leave his rifle on the ground there. Had to switch to pistol.
Ooh.
We're now at a 1v1 situation.
that's
This is going to get very intense. Both players.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Oh,
no.
no.
No, come on.
No.
Check those corners. Dangerous. That just cost him the game.
Yep.
That's it. That's it. I believe that's everybody. I don't know if he's going to notice it. Flag's on the barrel down here on the close lane. You just got to find it now.
This is going to be awkward.
Are we able to tell him? Because it's close.
Oh,
Like
hey, doing it again.
Josh yelling at everybody to get off the field. I don't know if he's going to find it because it's chilling on the barrel. It's just... He's got to find it. You got it, dog. You'll figure it out. There you go. And that is going to be it. AR Revolution does take it. That is the second time now that Bang has choked. I hate to use that word, but I mean that's what it is. It's it's in the same position too. That is the second time they have been played on that corner.
At least, well, the thing about this time is it's just bad luck that he didn't get the reaction time on it. Before the problem was not checking the field.
It's a weird corner because the barrels, if you're like skinny and short enough or like just whatever, you are able to, like if you press yourself up hard enough against it, it seems like you are able to pretty much hide from almost any angle as long as you're having the enemy come at you from the right angle.
Yeah.
And that looks like that's what happened. The player on Bang did actually come around. He looked like he checked his corner, but he started to run up that far lane where they were hiding against that barrel, and unfortunately he just didn't see him, and it did cost him for it just because he wasn't able to react quickly enough from seeing him behind that. But interesting turn of events here. That was a very, very, very close game. So that looks like that is going to be AR Revolution taking third place with Bang at fourth. So now we just have the final lineup. It's going to be Avengers versus SSA. They are going to be our final match to determine the winners of this game mode. That is going to be a very interesting matchup, especially just because the overall aggressive but also somewhat defensive play that Avengers has been showing us this entire tournament has been working relatively well for them. I believe they were our second seed team in the qualifying bracket, but I mean with SSA being quite a bit defensive, I believe. Okay, no, they're loading them down. Never mind. I thought we were starting already. But yeah, so it's interesting to see how this is going to possibly pan out, just because of like the two, like I said, different play styles. The same thing happened in the earlier games. But it's going to be experience versus just kind of overall firepower, because it seems like SSA focuses very heavily on just spraying down walls and all that. And, I mean, sometimes it works out for them, sometimes it doesn't. We've seen that throughout the tournament, but I believe we're just going to be waiting now. I think there's a short break here just to make sure all the teams are fully ready to go. And at that point, we'll go ahead and get them out here, and then that'll be it for the tournament. It's been a very, very interesting tournament for sure, but I'm glad that everything relatively turned out okay. Nothing too major. A lot of no-hit calls, unfortunately, but I mean, you can't really control that too much per se. Refs did a good job calling pretty much everything they could see. You know, of course, there will always be the times when players get frustrated because the ref doesn't see something. Of course, the player can't make the call themselves. It's not their position to. But overall, refs did really solid. But yeah, now we just have some final just team banter from SSA coming out on the right side here. I think we're just waiting for the members of Avengers now. Looks like SSA is completely on the field now. We're going to probably turn the direction back over to that because it looks like we are actually going to be starting up very soon here. We're just waiting for everyone else to load in.
So, how'd you feel about that last game, though? Seemed like there was a ton of tension building out, like a ton of tension.
Well, I mean,
I saw there was a bit of anger between two players in the field right here.
Definitely.
One that caused him to like punch the wall right there.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, of course, they have, when you come back from a technicality like that, and it's, something where that is the difference between you guys fighting for third place and possibly getting first and completely winning the tournament.
Yeah.
I mean, that alone can lead to a lot of frustration. I mean, even just the entire team, not to mention the player that was called for the technicality. But when it comes to games like this where, they're trying to fight for third, make the best of a bad situation, if you have more issues after that, like the player down here was having an issue with their gun and stuff like that, it becomes pretty frustrating for sure. But I'm happy to see that it wasn't just like a complete blowout. It was an actual, like, really competitive, really just like pretty much 1-for-1 takes of just about every single kill. And I think, honestly, I don't think it could have gone any better. That was probably best case scenario of what we could have hoped for. Like I said, I'm never a fan of when it's just like a blowout. It's never fun because then it's just, one team getting completely slaughtered. No one likes that. Mm-hmm. It's not as enjoying to watch. We do have fist bumps coming out from everybody. Like the sportsmanship. Good thing to see always. Looks like it's
about time.
Yeah.
One thing I'm not afraid to say is definitely about time to see it.
Yeah.
It's something that unfortunately has been lacking this tournament.
Yeah. All right, so it looks like all teams are getting their final. There we go. All right. I believe that was just an overall Cali champ, repping their home state of California. All right, so this is going to be for the finals. This is determining who is going to be in first and second place. I believe Josh is going to have some final remarks. I'll just go ahead and recap them if you can't hear them soon. Cool. So that's pretty much it. Same rules apply to here. It is not really about points unless it does end in a tie for whatever reason. It is mainly focusing on eliminations and just pretty much completely kitting out the other team. But this is going to be it. This is the final round set of matches for our 2019 Speedsoft Tournament. Both teams just edging, ready to go. Clean breakout from both teams.
Ooh, that jump.
Man.
Oh, that was clean.
One member immediately down in that X from Avengers Airsoft. SSA made a nice jump shot there. One trade does go out in the far lane with Avengers and SSA. Here we do see the classic playstyle of SSA, just again putting rounds down. Looks like this member of Avengers is outnumbered. 3-1 it looks like. Careful. No, they don't know where he's at. They have no idea where he's at. They don't know where he's at. Took them way too long. He might clutch this. This is looking like it's going to be a clutch situation. It was a 1v3. It is now down to a 1v1. He got it. He got the clutch. 1v3. That's going to be it. Avengers takes it. That is the first round. He just pulled off a 1v3 clutch. Again, back to the importance of situational awareness. It'll bite you, man. It'll bite you so bad. So the score is now 1-0 in favor of Avengers versus SSA. This could be it. This could be the final rounds. Absolutely immaculate play, though. Coming down across this bottom lane here, looping around. I mean, I just don't know if they lost track of where he was at. I think one member from SSA just thought he was in a completely different location than he really was, because he was putting down suppressive fire, but it was in the completely wrong location, like almost 5-10 feet off. All right, so here we go. This is going to be it. Round 2 of our finals match. Once again, Avengers versus SSA.
And what we're seeing right here is just kind of proof of what we mean by Cali coming here and taking over purely because they actually come out and practice. They actually
Yes.
do these things. With my AZ teams out here, this is what we mean by you have to come out to practice as well.
Yeah.
Because practice is what's going to make this. This is mainly experience, regardless of how well you know the game if you
Definitely.
don't practice it.
All right, here we go. This could potentially be it. Round 2, starting off very clean. One player from each team is going to that center X. Looks like SSA does get that flag possession. A lot of, looks like both teams playing quite defensively. One member of SSA does go down. That is 2 down for SSA. 1 does go down for Avengers in that far left lane. Both teams definitely playing very, very defensively this time around. They want to either secure the win or try and fight for just 1 round longer. That might be it. Avengers just putting on full throttle, going to clear. That's it. Nice, gonna grab the flag. Avengers, once again, he's wiping, wiping his lens off with the rag. Oh, man. That's gonna be it. Man. Absolute sweep there. You can definitely see they start to turn on the aggression. Once they notice, like I said earlier, this team from Cali, they play really well off of picks. They realize that once a team, like if one of their members gets picked off, a lot of teams don't really practice on what to do after that, because they see like, oh, a gap just got created, so now what do we do about that, But that's it. Cool. Josh is giving his final remarks. So that is it. Avengers does take the win. Just to recap, Avengers is consisting of Legacy, 1S1K. I believe there is a member or 2 from Captive. I'm not 100% on that.
There may be.
He's just making an announcement about the award ceremony. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get that on live stream. I think last time we just recorded
we tried
it. It was
last
like
time, but it
pre-recorded,
wasn't a
something
very
like
good
that.
job.
So yeah, that's going to be it. We do have that's pretty much the final bracket. So we do have Avengers coming in first. SSA with a very, very hard-fought second place. AR Revolution did come in third with the very, very, very surprising play. Once again, Bang unfortunately coming in fourth just because of that small corner check. Got to always watch those corners, 100%. But other than that, congratulations to those teams. Everyone else that played, good job to you guys. You guys played hard. You played well. To all the teams that it's their first time coming out, best of luck to you guys. If you're going to stay as a team, dope. We hope so. If not, whatever. It's up to you guys. But, yeah. That's pretty much a wrap for the 2019 tournament. Any final closing thoughts you have on the tournament? How it went? How it,
Honestly,
Hopes
no.
for
Like,
next year?
we kind of, already stated it
Yeah.
throughout the tournament on
Sure.
how we feel, and it has stayed pretty static through it. I am really a big fan of, how they adjusted the behavior of the 2 teams that were actually playing. They were hugging it out, doing their thing afterwards. Joking around with the little face wipe on the SSA flag.
course.
Yeah, I don't know if you knew that, but that was actually their flag.
That's just, man.
Yeah, a bit disrespectful, but a bit funny.
At that point.
Yeah, it's
I
just
didn't
funny
realize that.
too.
I forgot that we had the SSA flag.
Yeah,
posted on
so
that.
it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Everyone's lighthearted right now, which is really good. Other than what you said, though, I honestly have nothing else to say.
Alrighty, so I believe that is going to be it then. I don't know if we're going to have the award ceremony posted up, but again, just to recap, Avengers did come in first. Congratulations to you guys. Our Cali team, once again, coming in, proving strong. Cali is killing it still. Second team, we did have SSA. I believe one of the newer, actually formed Speedsoft teams. I believe they've been a team for a bit, but I don't think they've been, fully formed Speedsoft,
I wouldn't
dedicated.
know.
I'm not
I have
sure
no
anymore.
idea.
I can't even follow the teams. They're popping up left and right now. But once again, SSA, congratulations on you guys for getting the second place. AR Revolution coming in clutch with that third place win, and then Bang, first tournament out, first actual I think official Speed QB or Speedsoft play ever, fourth place. So hats off to you guys, good job. But that's going to be it for the 2019 Speedsoft session here for VIPAirsoft. We're hoping to do another one next year, but till then, see you guys next time.